Good to see you guys. Welcome in. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. It's good to have you on a nice little Friday. Thank God it's Friday, everybody. Good to see you. Roman, congrats on your first, by the way. Top pictures we'll be seeing tonight. Good to see you as well. Indigo, good to have you. Heard D&D. Yeah, we're doing a little bit of D&D stuff tonight. And then maybe a collab later as well, depending on how it is. Good to see you as well, guys. Welcome in. Hello. Let's let everyone still trickle in. Let's play a few daily stuff. Play some dailies before, people start trickling in. So they can have a chance. And then when they come in, they will have a chance. Wait, let me see. Did the thing already pop? Let's see. Guess the game. Let's see if Guess the Game popped already. Guess the Game is... There's a new one, which we can play today. We'll play a few of these dailies real quick, and then we'll talk about D&D stuff. But today's docket is going to be D&D stuff. It's going to be talking about the D&D changes. And so, I'm excited, man. There's a huge change log. Somebody I saw had, went through and documented, every single freaking change. All of the rule guide changes. And so I'll take a look at some of those as well, and then talk about how, maybe it'll affect the gameplay. If you guys are watchers of Shadows over Velda, SOW, then it may interest you. And then I think maybe Nate and or Hayden will come in later on as well. Just make sure to ping. Let's see, maybe Nate plus Hayden plus some others. Cool. But yeah, guys, very, very cool stuff. A lot of cool stuff. I think Nate and Hayden may join in an hour or so. So we have a chance to chill out a little bit. Let everyone come in and, talk about D&D stuff. Dude, it's cool, man. It's cool because I'm very halfway sort of about the new D&D changes. So we might not have even used a lot of them. But I think we talked to Jonah about it, to Alpha. And I think we kind of were under the impression that most of it will not change, but there will be some things that will change, and some things that are optional changes. So it's if you like a different change for the class, you can take that other class change instead. So there might be some slight tweaking. It'll be a little bit hell for maybe the wiki guys who try to keep track of all the wiki stuff, but for the most part, most of it will still be following the old rules. And then maybe sometimes I think there was one rule for whips or whatever that was the whip crit or something like that. It makes it so you slow them down or something, 10 feet in movement, something like that crazy shit. And so we might be using some of those rules like that and some of the other rules. But for the most part, gonna stick with the base class stuff and, go from there. And then try not to, deviate too much. But if I like a certain change, I might take that instead of what I would have gotten, And a lot of classes did get some cool stuff as well. So let me quickly just start. Let's start by doing the Guess the Game. And then we'll go and guess the game. And then we'll go from there. Okay. Cool. Let's go ahead and change things. First and foremost, guess the game. Obviously, chat, we got to do the daily dulls. The daily dulls. Guess the game. Looking like some kind of horror survival game based on the gray grain lighting. The gray grain lighting plus Aaron's cutting board really gives a little bit of dystopic horror survival. I'm guessing by the way kind of the rocks are shaded, this kind of feels like a new age Resident Evil. I'm gonna guess Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. I think. It's got a blender. It could be another game of a similar time frame, but it's got some really great rocks. In that style of Unreal 5, plus the lighting, plus weird cutting board, plus yada yada yada. And so Resident Evil 7 Cunning Biohazard is my guess. And we got a first try. Fantastic. Let's go. But yeah, welcome in, guys. Good to see you. It's time for the Dungeons and Dragons chat. Different transition guide, change along everything that's different in the new 2024 Player's Handbook. There's a lot of spells as well. I don't know if they'll cover every single spell, but there's a lot of spells that have been changed. Like very, very large number of spells that have been changed. And so I am curious to see a lot of like class changes as well. Like a lot of like minor tweaks. Either like most of them are not like gameplay wise. Most of them are just like, you know, minor tweaks for spelling. There's a lot of spells that are just like, oh, they capitalized one of the words instead of having it be lowercase. And that's like the only thing they changed about it. So some of these changes are going to be like very minuscule. Some of them are going to be pretty big. There's some of them classes, like subclasses, got like a different, you know, whatever changes. Let's see. Bloodied. Terminology changes. Sorry, backwards compatibility. If you get either option from click subclass in an older book, use the only option you choose from this feature. Okay, yeah. So this is one of the backwards compatibility features. Is it's a pick and choose. Okay, so like you can still use the old changes as well, the old book. So the new PHP 2024 doesn't really invalidate anything like from previous. But hey, good to see you. Welcome in. I mean, it's learning for me as well as for you guys as well. I don't know if anybody else in this the SO chord, as they call it, would like to join as well, but it's an open dialogue as well. Let me see. But yeah, there's like some stuff about let's see, some backwards compatibility. So in the old PHP, if you choose an old PHP thing, you can instead choose a new PHP thing. So this will be nice for us specifically because some of our members want some of the new changes, and some of our members don't really care that much about the new changes. And some of the new changes for some classes are better than others, and so you can like pick and choose. You can do a little bit of shopping, you know. If you like the old PHP changes, then like by all means go for it. If you like the new ones, like, you know, go for it, right? But yeah, let me see. Okay, fantastic. Let's go ahead and do this. Sorry, just making sure I update everything. But yeah, I did post in the SOW Discord as well about what we're doing. I didn't ping anybody. I don't know if like pinging is even allowed in that server, so I didn't ping. But if anybody else does want to join from there, you can let them know. And Nate and Hayden are on their way home, so we'll have some dialogue with them later as well. But I wanted to go through a couple changes, like first and foremost. Let's take a look. Formatting changes and organization changes. Bloodied. The term bloodied has been reintroduced. Originally used in 4E, 4th edition. Bloodied indicates a creature that is below half HP. Okay, so there's going to be a like, you know, maybe some spells that are new that will like do something when they're half HP. This is kind of cool. I like this idea. I like bloodied as an idea because then also like you can check to see if they are. Like an enemy is bloodied, you know? If an enemy is bloodied, then you can have an idea, a gauge, like, oh, I did this much damage. It's kind of metagamey a little bit, but I'm somebody that kind of like, you know, likes to know a little bit more. Because obviously it's like, you know, if you look at a person, if you like deal some damage to them, right? And they sustain damage, I could look at them, right? And I could gauge like how like bloody and how they're doing by their state. Obviously some creatures like have regen, and some creatures have like, you know, maybe deceptive HP, and so that won't be a good indicator anyway, but it is a good thing to have. And also like opens up the ideas of spells that maybe they'd be like, oh, if they're bloodied, deal like extra damage, or like if you're bloodied, you know, get some bonus benefits. So like, there's like some opens up some playstyles, you know, where you're like, oh, I want to be at half HP, or like I want them to be at half HP. Yeah, I think it's good to introduce new resources and like new things in the game. I think that's kind of the reason why I moved away from 5e in the first place. I'm currently preparing for a Pathfinder game with a few friends. And one of the things I like about Pathfinder is there's so much options. Like, I'm still building my character. I've been in character creator for like 2 days straight, just like trying to do shopping and stuff like that, because there's so many features, and a lot of them are like, oh, if you want to take this, you gotta take a couple prerequisites, you know. It's like a skill tree kind of, and so that's kind of fun in that way. But I think it's good too. Yeah, let's see. First thing being 4E, playing the game. Okay, chapter order has changed. D20 tests. So there's a new phrase called D20 test. It involves ability checks, attack rolls, or saving throws. Okay, this is just like another way to say, because before in the old book they would say this. In the old book they would say specifically like all of these words. Now I guess there's gonna make it so like if it's one of the three, they will just say D20 test. So anytime you would use a D20, you apply it, which is like a more elegant way to say it for sure. Class spells are now listed in the class description rather than the spells. So nice. Just like a better way to find like class spells. Because before, right, you would have to, in the old PHP, you'd have to like scroll to the back of the book and then like look at the spells and then go back to the front of the book to see your class. Now it's a bit more better organized. Transport. Expertise is now used as a feature that grants expertise. Okay, cool. Index, yeah. So mainly just syntax changes, you know, across the board. Kind of the cool shit. Playing the game, saving throws. If you don't want to resist the effect, you can choose to fail without. Okay, this is just like I guess it's just an overarching text. Before you had to go through the rules again to find this. Now you don't have to. Heroic inspiration you can use to reroll any die immediately, no longer just d20s. Okay, so inspiration has changed. You can now use it for a damage dice too. Before, inspiration could only be used for like rolling the d20 rolls. Now any roll can be changed to use heroic inspiration. So if you do want to do like more damage, I suppose you could use it for that as well. Like if you just that you know, winning, kind of crazy. Actions. Common actions are much more explicitly defined. Hide now has a base of 15. Nice. They're making hide like, I mean, obviously this is going to be bad for hide, but you know, this is stupid and I hate it. A level 1 character with 3 dex modifier, proficiency in stealth as a modifier of +5, giving them a half chance to hide successfully, even if they're hiding from a blind creature. Yeah, there's some instances where you think this won't make any sense. But I think overall, like it'll be some good stuff, right? Let's see. Search, look for stuff, study. So they're just making you like, you know, making more actions possible for you to do. Which is like, before you could do them as well, but I think like they weren't listed explicitly, so it was gonna be hard for you to like know what you could do. And telling players that you could do those things is good for new players, you know? Because I'll be honest, a lot of players just learn from other players, and if the other players they learn from don't know anything about the game, then they won't learn anything. So it's nice to have some ground rules so you can like learn without seeing another player do. This section, which previously detailed lifestyle expenses and downtime activities, has been removed. I see. Downtime rules have been removed? Interesting. Combat, drawing and stowing weapons. You can now draw or stow one weapon as part of an attack or during the attack. Oh! The weapon doesn't need to be the one that you're attacking with. You can now draw or stow a weapon as part of an attack. So this is a rule that's like, okay, if I have a dagger in my pocket and I have a free hand, instead of having to equip the dagger and throw it, I can, with the attack, draw the dagger and throw it. You know, and obviously if you have no free hands, you'll probably have to like, you know, stow a weapon away or something like that with an action, and then like next one you can throw. But this way, like, you know, you don't have to draw, because before, like, throwing multiple daggers was a little awkward. Now it's the rule base is there. Okay, 2 major changes for damage rolls. Flat damage values. Unless a rule says so otherwise, you don't add your ability modifier to a flat damage amount that doesn't use a roll, such as the damage of blowgun. Blowguns do not apply your dexterity modifier, but in all my years of playing 5e, I've never seen someone use a blowgun. So I don't know much. That's amazing. Okay. You do add your strength to unarmed strikes. Okay, cool. Otherwise, monks would be dog shit. I think that can let someone plan ahead for certain actions. Yeah, I think so too. I think it's a good idea. It does let them plan ahead a little bit better. Multi-target spell damage. A spell which tells you which dice to roll for damage and whether you add any modifiers. Wait, a text explaining damage for spells, which affects multiple targets, has been replaced with a spell tells you which dice to roll for damage and whether to add the modifiers. Okay, I see. So every spell will be more explicit. So you can discern the rules of the spells off the spell itself. I understand. Okay, that makes more sense. Sorry, it was like a weird way of stating it. But now, you will know it works when you read it. Previously, the text for spells specified that if a spell damaged multiple targets, you roll the damage once. This led to the Evocation Wizard turning magic missile into win condition by adding their intelligence modifier to each missile. It is one damage roll just like Fireball, but the roll damage can still target more than once. Okay, I see. Besides that bit of core rules change, this rules of interact. Let's look at Fireball, Magic Missile, Scorching Ray as example. Okay, so for Fireball, you roll the damage once and everyone takes the damage. Magic Missile is also, like, these that hit simultaneously, that can change targets, you roll the damage once, right? Roll the once for all of them. So one damage roll. If it's multiple attacks, you roll different times, but if it's one attack that attacks multiple enemies at the same time, you roll it once. Okay. Very sick. Without the... Okay, 66. Understood. Grappling. CRM strikes. Yes, really. Opportunity attacks. When are they going to put out 6E? I'm kind of over this. I mean, I think it's because they don't want to put out 6E because 5E is so big. You know? It's one of those things where it's like, why put out a new edition and have people, like, buy a whole new set of books that are just going to be the same books again? Because, like, 5e, like, the new changes for 5e aren't that crazy. Unlike with between 4 and 5e, where, like, 5e, like, drastically changed the game. 6e, like, as of current, they don't want to change the game that much. I think it doesn't make sense to be like, oh, yeah, okay, we'll make another edition. Even though, like, that would mean for most people, like, you'd have to buy new books for the same purpose. It'd be another waste of $50. And obviously, like, $50 ain't nothing. Like, to get into a board game, right? If you bought a board game for $50, like, you would have everything you need to play. Whereas D&D, you need to buy, like, multiple books. And so, in order to make it more accessible, especially because 5e has been the most popular one by far, I think it makes more sense to make expansions. Like, especially in terms of, like, profit margins, In terms of profit margins, it makes more sense. So, Wizards of the Coast being the helm of the thing, it makes more sense that they would not like a 6e. Like, for me, I would like a new edition that maybe is more complicated. But, like, because, it's more like, if I want a more complicated edition, I would just go to Pathfinder instead, which I did do. I was fed up with, like, how easy the game was, or, like, how, like, kind of linear it was. And so I just changed my game, and learned a new system instead of trying, like, to ask for 6e. Like, instead of asking for 6e, I would just change games, I think it's better that way. I make a lot of profit though. Well, that's the thing, is I think they still are. I mean, like, granted, like, their decisions are questionable, but so here's the thing, right? Is a lot of the times you will see what you see on Twitter is not what really happens. So I will Google, let me see, with 5e profit. Let's see. Let's take a look. let's take a look at a recent article. Yeah, well, that's also the reason why like Critical Role is trying to move, right? Critical Role is trying to move away because, you know, obviously like they're the reason they've been like, you know, 5e's been doing really, really well, and so they're like, why would we do that? Why would we, you know, restrain ourselves to just that? Okay, I mean, obviously, like if you look at the sales numbers for core rulebook stuff, like just in the, you know, the past number of years, like sales has like gotten way up, like in millions of units like per year. This is like per year, like, you know, units and whatever. And so just looking at like the number of sales for each and every like number, because it's like the starter set and the DM's guide and all, like every book has seen like a growth in sales every single year. And so like while a lot of people, like, you know, a lot of creators are gonna say like this is bad, and obviously like Wizards is doing a bad job, you know, there is a big difference, right, between like the creators who like complain on Twitter and like people who like don't really care necessarily about like what creators will say. A lot of people who get into DnD, maybe like they watch a few crit rule episodes or whatever, or they, you know, they got interested from a friend, and so like their knowledge of D&D is from their friend, right, and not necessarily from how do I say, like from a creator, right? Yeah, Twitter shows you what you want to see. Yeah, for sure. I think that's very evident as well from games like Hogwarts Legacy. As much as people like want to say, oh, Hogwarts Legacy fucking sucks ass, like obviously it does. It's a bad game in my opinion as well. But most people don't give a shit. A majority of people aren't on Twitter and they don't give a shit, and they'll still play it anyway. Hogwarts Legacy made crazy money. You know what I mean? I'm trying really hard with D&D Beyond. I mean, D&D Beyond and like is all like, yeah. I mean, D&D Beyond is popular. I'll be honest, Roll20 is popular in the online space, but in actuality, like a majority of players don't play online, you know? That's like kind of like the, maybe now like we're starting to see a bigger portion of it being played online, but that's kind of like the fallacy, or not the fallacy per se, but it's like kind of like the paradox, the oxymoron, is that a majority of players you never even know, you know, that even exists. Like online players may take up like 30%, and everyone uses Roll20, right? But like that's maybe 30% of like the people who play D&D total, and then most people that spend money are the 70% that don't use an online thing. They play over the board or like, you know, whatever. Because for really like for a long time, right? For a long time, Roll20 has not even existed, or like not been like super big either. That's why it's like kind of hard to gauge as well. Yeah. And if you're a casual player, that like, and you're like in a home game, your DM might be like, okay, just use I've bought D&D Beyond, and so everyone can go on their iPads, and then they can put their character sheet in, and you just bring your iPad. Yeah, D&D Beyond is for making sheets, and a lot of the times that's really all you need to do. Like a lot of people play, you know, I know a lot of like groups that played like, you know, with their friends. Like right now, obviously, I'm no longer attending any schooling or whatever. But when I did attend schooling, people played D&D there, right? And so, like you know, in like the late hours of the night or whatever, like right before an exam. And so, a large majority of games, I only knew of like 2 people or 2 groups that played online. A majority of people played that I knew played offline, and I'm terminally online. As somebody who's terminally online, I still knew more players offline than I knew online. And so, a majority of players, yeah, man, they don't care about how Wizards is doing. They don't care how Roll20 is, or you know, if D&D Beyond is like doing wacko, or if Wizards is using AI shit. They just buy the books. They play on their own. You have friends? God, cringe. Yeah, imagine how cringe it is to know people. That's crazy. That's insane. Yeah, I mean, I went back to school, right? It's like different, right? If you go back to school, like when I first took schooling, obviously no one went, played D&D. D&D didn't fucking exist. Okay? D&D did not exist back then. And so when I first went to school, D&D did not exist. But if you go back to like for extra education stuff, as times change and D&D starts existing, you'll see people play D&D. That's just how it is. But yeah, I will say like D&D 5e is still doing really, really well. And have you tried Vampire the Masquerade? Vampire, I've not played in a Vampire campaign. I've played in a Call of Cthulhu campaign. I've played in Pathfinder campaign. I'm gonna start a new one actually very soon as well. So Pathfinder is like my current one that I'm playing like outside of D&D 5e. Obviously, we're still gonna come back to D&D 5e, but I've kind of fallen in love with the Pathfinder system, just because it's like so flexible, and the classes are cool in that game. Like Rangers are cool in that game, and monks. Oh, monks are so cool in that game. Like whenever I come back to 5e monk, I'm like, wow, 5e monk fucking sucks ass. And they done things to like make Ranger and monk better, but it's nowhere near the same. Monks in 5e play completely different than monks in Pathfinder. In Pathfinder, monk is a stance switching class, or it's like a one stance class. So you can like choose a stance for you. You have like different moves. You can like kick people, punch people. You can choose, like, you can change stances. You can be like, oh, crane stance, phoenix stance, whatever. And then they have different effects. You can build towards being good in one stance or being good in multiple stances. You can, there's like so much flexibility in a monk player. You can choose to be a melee weapon dealer or a ranged weapon user as well for monk. Because obviously monks are trained in weapons as well. There's a lot of flexibility, I would say in Pathfinder. So the Pathfinder game thing, you'd be Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, Ranger sucks so much ass in 5e. Ranger is so strong in Pathfinder. Ranger in Pathfinder, oftentimes, like, you have a familiar that has his own turn. Like, you can control, and it's a full character by itself. So, like, oftentimes, Ranger is just 2 characters. And you're basically as effective as, like, having another character with you. Yeah, no, like, it's so strong. I know what they did, let me lie to myself. Surely they improved Ranger. They tried. They really did try. And there's some Ranger subclasses that are good, but Ranger by itself is still like, like Tasha did her best to carry the franchise, and it's just not enough. Opportunity attacks have changed from a hostile creature to a creature you can see. Oh. This is really strong, actually. This is really, really strong. Wait. Any cool range subclasses in UA? I don't look at too much UA stuff because usually they don't make it. UA like rarely ever makes it, and if they do make it, they butcher the class like very heavily. Oftentimes, what you see in UA is not even close to like what it will be in the end, and then you get some like kind of like crippled version of itself. This change is crazy. This change is insane. Because it means you can cast like buffs on your teammates that run past you. So like if you are like a wizard or like a supportive caster, you can have your tank run into your range and out of your range, and then proc Warcaster, use your reaction, and then you can use haste off your turn. Or like enlarge, reduce off your turn. This is going to be insane for a support caster. As if support casters needed more stuff. Yeah, no, this is nuts. To the aggro check a bloke before you sucker punch. No, it's not even just for punching. It's for buffing. Dude, this is gonna be nuts, right? Oh my god. You can like buff them on your turn. Like you can do like a team-wide buff on your turn, or like a team-wide debuff on your turn. So for instance, you can do like a Fairy Fire, on the enemies, or like a web on the enemies. And then on not your turn, your tank runs past you. And then, and then you can apply another spell because it's no longer your turn. It's one spell per turn, but it's not your turn anymore, so you can do another spell. So it's like a way to cheat out a secondary spell. Because usually, like, if you're a caster, a creature won't necessarily be, like, opportunity attacking. You won't get that many opportunity attacks if you're a caster. This way, you can get an opportunity, like, cast on an ally. So casters can get like a double value off their turn, off the round. I mean, this is really huge. As if casters weren't strong enough. Another change that makes casters like super insane, right? Bye spell slots. That's fine. All fine by me. If spell slots want to go by, I'm happy to bust more spells. You know what I mean? I'm happy to bust out more spell slots. If it means I can buff my team faster. Because like before, right, if you're like a jack of all trades caster, if you do like a lot of utility stuff, it's 2 rounds. Right? Like when I played Artificer, I played a utility Artificer for my team, which includes like a cannon and includes like buff spells and debuff spells. You know what I mean? If I wanted to place, now you can place cannon down. And you can place artillerist cannon down, and you can also like cast a spell. You know what I mean? Which is like super effective. It's gonna be super crazy. Mounted combat has not been fixed. Okay, I guess the wall is suffering for yet another season. The wall will not get their retribution or their respite today. Mounted combat still sucks ass. Every god they listen to this book, I'm gonna make this someone's problem. What's sad playing caster? Let me see. Bardic Inspiration. Yeah, you can also do Bardic Inspo, I think, right? Or maybe you can. Let me see. If there is a Bardic Inspo that's like you can, instead of attacking, when you attack them or whatever, you can give them a whatever. You know what I mean? It would be possible. They think grapple. Grapple says see unarmed strikes, so we'll see what grapple does later on. Surprise. Now both easier to adjudicate and less impactful. If a combatant is surprised by combat starting, the combatant has disadvantage on the initiative roll. Okay. So now, surprise is worse. But I'll be honest, as a table, we might not use this rule. So here's the thing about 5e 2024 is it's a new set of rules and changes, but it's retroactively fitting with the old versions. So it's kind of like you can pick and choose what you want. It's like a second set of rules or like an alternative rules you can play by, Yeah, they did change grapple. We'll see in a second as well. I want a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guy. Just play 5e. Sorry, just play Pathfinder instead. Okay? If you want a guy who has a real fighting style and like moves and stuff, just play Pathfinder instead. Okay? You'll be much happier playing Pathfinder Monk than you ever will playing 5e Monk. 2-weapon fighting. No longer limited to melee weapons. Oh, you can dual wield crossbow, double hand crossbow. You can become what's her name, Sylvanas? Sylvanas Windrunner. The version of her with the double crossbow. Let me see. Hold on. 2-weapon fighting. 5e. 5e.tools. 2-weapon fighting. With 2 guns. No, unfortunately I'm a caster. Let me see. When you make an extra attack as a result of using a weapon that has light property, you can add your melee modifier to it. So, okay, so this one says light, but Yeah, so but it no longer says melee weapon. So you can do two light crossbows, or sorry, two hand crossbows, and then you can also get 2 attacks like this way. So you can double crossbow. That's true. You get to reload anyway. You got to reload, but there are feats you can take to not, take the detriment of a reload. Let me see. Yeah. Crossbow expert. Ignore the loading property of a hand crossbow. So now you can run a really specific. You can run a really specific crossbow build, like with double hand crossbow, and you can just shoot twice or like 4 times every turn. You can be like a fighter. Does javelin count? Let me see. Javelin. Item javelin. Thrown. It is not a light weapon. It is simple melee mastery slow. Only piercing and it isn't light. So I don't think you can throw twice. Yeah, I don't think so. But you can draw the crossbow. So you can draw the javelin now in addition to the attack. So there's a secondary thing. You can draw and attack at the same time, which is nice. You don't need like a bonus section for that anymore. Some classes have a bonus section for that. Now you don't need it. Okay. Unarmed strikes. Now either deal damage, attempt to grapple, or attempt to shove. Okay. They've made this. So what they've changed about this is that grappling and shoving is now part of strikes instead of being a special melee attack, which made it more confusing. So they're just now let's talk to the choice of a strength or dexterity save. No opposed athletic checks. Okay. So now it's no longer contested athletics. It's now a saving throw to make. Now they make a saving throw instead of a contested check against your check. Interesting. Which is good. Which is actually not bad. But it no longer allows you to use the hand to grab multiple creatures, which is doesn't make any sense anyway. Like, this wouldn't make any sense anyway. Imagine being like, okay, yeah, I'll just grab like 3 guys with one hand. Shit does not make any sense. Yeah, you can punch and then punch wherever you would make an unarmed strike. You can instead just like grapple instead. Instead of having to use your action to grapple, wherever you would attack, you can instead grapple with an open hand. The change isn't like super crazy. It just more so like makes it clear like when you can grapple, because before, grappling and shoving were like called special attacks, and then you're like, what does that even mean? The change is not that big. It's not a huge change, just like a little bit of wording clarity, which is nice. Okay, lockpicking tools, disarming traps, thieves tools, sleight of hand. You can pick locks with sleight of hand now. Oh my god, they finally changed this. Yeah. Before, this is what people use anyway. But the ruling, so now they just made it more apparent what check you use. This is how it was done before as well, but now they're telling you straight up this is what you do. Pick a pocket, conceal a hand. Okay, cool, man. Thieves tools, DC 15 or disarm trap 15. Okay. A lock comes with a key. Without a key, could you use thieves tools to pick it with a check? This is just like a basic check. You can change what the check is based on how hard the lock is. This is just like a, if you don't know what to use, just use 15. Resting. The rules for taking a long rest are much more specific and explicit. Hey, good to see you, Dream. Welcome in. You can only begin a long rest if you have at least one hit point. Oh, if you're unconscious with no hit points, you don't get to rest. And then regain all of your hit point dice instead of just half. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. The rules for interrupting long rest is still a little goofy. Interruption allows you to resume the rest, but each interruption, up to 4 listed, requires an additional hour. If you roll initiative and take damage a few times, the extension may actually be longer than 8 hours, which in that case, you'll want to just start a new long rest. It's the hardest luck I've ever encountered in a campaign with some dude's chastity belt. Well, I don't know why you'd be picking that, but more power to you. Congratulations. Now require you to have at least 1 health point. If you reduce to 0 health points and stabilize, don't worry, you'll awaken after 1d4 hours with 1 health point, and you can start resting. Okay. So now your rest, if you are at 0 health points, but stabilized, you will just need to rest for an additional number of hours. How did the guy react? Character creation. Character sheets have been reformatted. Okay. Yeah, this has been listed. I will say, this stuff was cool to have before, but realistically, most people are just like confused about how to use it. So it's nice that they removed it. This is a nice change for character creation sheets so that it's easier for people to understand. Because obviously, I think like it makes more sense to have a different page for lore entirely, right? Hey, good to see you, Jay. Welcome in. I think this is a better change. It's a better change because majority of people don't know how to use this, you know? I'll be honest. Most people, like 99% of people, don't know how to use this place anyway, so it's fine if they remove it. Choosing a class is now 1 step. Oh my god, they buff Paladin and Ranger. Wait, no, do they? Ranger now levels round up when determining spell slots. Previously, the Paladin and Ranger rounded down. Okay, cool. I'm not actually sure if that is a buff or a nerf. Classes. Okay, these are all the class changes. Level 19 ability score increase now lets you choose either an epic boon or another feat. That makes the changes. Okay, we'll have to see what the changes are, for sure. Artificer. Artificer is not included in the player's handbook. They're very clear this has been the case since the earliest days of 1 D&D playtest. Dude, 1 D&D was so ass. I'm glad they didn't go along with 1 D&D. And instead just like made PHP, but again. Okay, so Artificer is still part of the other book and not published in the new book. But it is promoted to core rule set, it seems. Sorry, it's the only non-core and has been a fan favorite since the 3rd edition. Seeing it promoted to a core rule set alongside Goliath would be nice. Okay, so it's still non-core. Artificer is still non-core. You have to buy the other book still, which sucks ass. Overhyped? I don't even know if it was not hyped. 1 D&D was like very heavily booed. No. Oh, you talking about Snape? Why people are so excited to play Snape? Play Snape? Oh, Artificer. I mean, Artificer is good, man. It's cool. It's fun. I think it would be nice for, core rulebook. I think it would have made sense if they just made everything core. Like, that would be an actual like upside of buying the new core rulebook. You know what I mean? An upside of buying the core rulebook would have been that all of the previous stuff would have been core. You know? And it being the only class that isn't core is kind of scummy. Kind of shitty. Okay, Barbarian Rage now lasts up to 10 minutes. Can be extended by forcing a saving throw. What is it before? 1 minute? Yeah, of course. I mean, wizards, right? Was it 1 minute before or was it 10 minutes still? So any bonus action by extending it by making an attack roll. Oh, I see. Oh, it's... Oh! It now just lasts 10 minutes. Is that true? Is that true? You can extend it by forcing a saving throw or by spending a bonus action in addition to extending it by making an attack roll. Interesting. Okay, I see. So do barbarians like not need to attack every turn for rage or take damage? Let's see. You can enter it as bonus action if you're wearing heavy armor. You can enter rage. While rage, the following rules apply. Damage resistance, rage damage. Strength advantage, no concentration of spells, duration. Oh no! It still lasts until the end of the next turn. Okay, there's just a hard cap now. It's the old rage will still apply. It just said it is capped at 10 minutes now. You can't just infinitely rage, I guess. Weapon mastery, new. Reckless attack now works until the start of your next turn, which means it finally applies to opportunity attacks. You can now reckless opportunity. Didn't already know. Advantage on melee attacks rolls using strength during this turn. Nice. Now works when you. It also means you can use it for thrown weapons as well. You can make a ranged barbarian with thrown weapons. So like if you want to be a barbarian that throws like chairs around, you know, you have like a bunch of stools, you can be like a improvised weapon thrown barbarian if you wanted to. Okay, let's see. Primal gives you extra skill proficiency when you rage. You can get some skills as a strength check instead of the regular abilities. Instinctive pounce, that's new. Level 7. Your instincts are honed, you have abilities, advantage on initiative rolls, okay? Pounce. As part of the bonus action you enter range, you move half your speed. That's new as well, right? Brutal critical, gone, good. No more brutal critical. It now gets replaced by brutal strike. Sacrifice the advantage gained by reckless attack to add damage. Push your target or reduce their speed. Oh. No more brutal critical. So before, brutal critical used to say... Let me see. Brutal critical used to say... Oh, that is Hayden. Give me a second. Hello. What up? Coffee time.
Went to go hang out with my friend Alejandra.
Oh, true?
Yeah. How you doing, buddy?
I've been chilling. Are you like at home right now?
I'm in LA.
I was gonna say like your mic is different.
Yeah, I'm on Alejandro's mic right now.
How dare.
I know. Monster.
But yeah, guys, for those of you who do not know, this is Scylla, aka player of Argentum in our D&D campaign on Friday, which is usually today.
Hello. What?
Usually
we
it would be today.
don't have game today.
Yeah, we don't have game. That's why I'm taking revenge and talking about other stuff instead.
Like that you call it revenge.
Well, dude, I have agendas to fulfill. I have things I need to do. I got stuff to do, guys.
Yeah, like what?
Like going to places. I mean, now it's like government sanctioned, right? Like we can't not go.
We have to.
Nice, really good.
Say we have a contract. Ray has a contract.
Well, yeah, but we would be dead too, so.
It could just be his problem.
It could just be. It's true. Oh yeah, we could just ditch him.
We can just leave him. It's fine.
That'd be so
He'll
bad.
Get over it.
Can you imagine? If everyone, including me, were just like, actually, you know what? We're not saying we don't have to go. You can just handle it yourself.
He's not my circus.
Even though he's like my dad, you know, fuck it. It's your crime. So
we'll just go to limbo and just get ahead of the game. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Don't fight the pit fiend.
Yeah.
Oh
Let Ray do
god.
it. He'll be able to handle it by
Yeah,
himself.
he just crit 3 times. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so good. Have you been reading like all the changes and stuff? I've been like baffled by some of these changes too.
I have not read like all of them. Which ones you've been going over so far?
Okay, I started. There's like a page. I'll send it to you as well, so you can see.
Link me, boy.
Because this page is so cool. Somebody went through and documented every single change. In the two PHPs, and sometimes it'll be like a little comment as well. Usually it's just like yada yada yada. Here's a change. Sometimes it'll be like, I fucking hate this change. You know. Sometimes like randomly there'll be a petty comment like littered through like a otherwise very straightforward document. It's really good.
Those are my favorite. It's like, ooh, okay, we were feeling a little spicy about this one.
It's
Got
like,
it.
this has been changed, and then the next one is like, this has also been changed. Fuck this change. I'm like, oh my god. Your game's
I
gonna
do
start.
find it interesting that they got rid of Song of Rest. Like, listen, it's not used all the time, but it is nice to have.
Yeah, of course. Game's not gonna start. Yeah, we're not going to use probably a majority of these changes, I think. But if we do refer back to the 5e stuff on 5e.tools, we might end up using some of the new rules just because they've changed over all the stuff in 5e on the website. I don't know if you use 5e.tools.
I know you sent it to me forever ago.
I use that website and they changed all the stuff already. Although the spells do have the previous versions as well.
Oh, okay.
There is actually a rule for backwards compatibility. When you would take a feature that is in one of the two PHPs, so in the new PHP, you can instead take the old one instead.
Okay, that's not terrible.
Yeah, so it's like if it's like at level 2, you would get this. If you don't like it, then you can use the old one if you want. So the rules are kind of like interchangeable. It's like use whatever rule you want, kind of. I think they realize that like trying to like remake 5e like is stupid.
It's at that point I'm like, guys, just make a new, just make a new edition, y'all. It feels like,
unfortunately, it's just where the money is.
No, it's absolutely where the money is. Everyone knows 5e, so I'm just like, why not? I have so many opinions.
Yeah.
Most of them spicy. I was like, okay, it feels like they're trying to bank on the fact that 5e is really accessible because it is.
Yeah, it is. And also really like a lot of like popular shows right now use it. So, oh, you can be like your favorite DnD live show.
Yeah.
Shadows of Velda.
Right. We should be everyone's favorite. That's my opinion.
Yeah,
though.
Exactly. Songwriters is so nice. It's like it is nice, right? It's like nice to have, even if you don't use it all the time.
It's just sometimes you need it more than like other times. Like if you've been through a rough ass fight and you already have low hit dice for like short rest healing, having Song of Rest as just that little boost, even if you roll a 1 on that die, that one could make or break you surviving your next combat encounter, and you never know.
I will say also,
just count your ones, y'all.
They've tried to like kind of not help it, but like a new change for long rests is that you get all your hit points, hit dice back instead of only half.
Versus like, I was gonna say versus getting half.
So
I have mixed feelings on that.
Yeah, I do as well. It's like good in some cases, bad in some other cases.
Yeah, it depends on the table, depends on the kind of campaign you're running, I suppose.
You don't got plot armor in your game? No, I mean, if we die, we die. So I'm pretty sure, like, if you know, like, Jonah has been DMing for a long while now, so if you, like, do something stupid or you die, that's it, man. And I think we've all accepted that, I feel.
I told him, like, out the gate, I think we were just in my house, and I looked and I was like, hey, man, if you want to take things away from me, which he did, my heart.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If you want to take things away from me, if you end up killing Argentum, I'll roll with it, man.
Just roll.
I'll roll up another character. Just roll with it. Another great campaign.
So true.
Another great D&D group. But I don't know. Part of the fun of D&D for me is like rolling with the punches and just whatever my DM throws at me. And if they want to kill me, let's freaking go, man. Let's go.
It's okay if you hurt me. I like it. That kind of is like
I
all the
didn't.
D&D players, you know?
Yeah, we're all a little masochist to a point.
Yeah.
There are some players though that I've like experienced. They're like, don't do anything to my character that I wouldn't like. And I'm like,
Hmm. I think that's like if that's your game, if that's like what you want, like that's like the home game
mhm,
you guys want to run, like you run that home game, right?
yeah.
And it's very similar to like the rules of MTG Commander. I don't know if you played MTG at all.
Oh no.
But MTG Commander is a format of Magic where like all the cards are pretty much unbanned, and the rule set is like table based. It's like you all have a discussion beforehand. You're like, my deck, like there's like a strength tier. It's like my deck is a level 4 strength, you know. So like expect like very powerful cards in the deck. You know what I mean? So it's like if they don't want to play with you, they don't have to play with you. And it's very like a community guided kind of similar to like 5e community guided rule set. So
Gotcha.
yeah, it's like beforehand you're like, okay, guys, I'm playing this jank ass deck, and the win condition is I gotta get these 5 colors, you know. And then they're like, okay, cool. The deck is gonna be bad, but you know, other
Go
players
off,
at your
buddy.
table will probably also play bad decks then, you know.
Mhm.
And most of the cards are not banned. There actually was a big controversy because they banned a lot of like really powerful cards randomly, like out of the blue. In the recent update, and it got so bad that the rules committee disbanded.
Oh shoot.
The commander rules committee dissolved after this recent controversy, and now Wizards has the reins on it, which is gonna be so bad.
Oh, that's a yikes.
Yeah,
That's a
it's really
yikes
bad.
right there.
But yeah, I don't know if you've seen some of the changes. Some of the changes includes a really good one for actually, I think maybe you, if you run like supportive spells.
Mhm.
Now opportunity attack is on anybody.
Okay.
So if you have Warcaster, you can replace the opportunity attack with a spell, and it could be a buff.
That's great.
So you can
That's
do
actually really good.
a action spell on your turn, and then it's no longer your turn on like someone else's turn, so you can do another spell. So you can do 2 spells per round instead of 1.
Okay.
So Wizards
I have quite a
types,
few like
yeah,
I was
Wizard
gonna say I
types are
have
good.
quite a few like cantrips even then
Yeah,
that are so good.
yeah, even cantrips are going to be good too.
Mhm.
That's a new change. It's opportunity attacks on anybody, which is nice. Damage roll stuff, most of them are pretty unchanged, I would say. Inspiration now can be applied to any dice, not just d20s.
Okay.
So you can, I guess you could use it on like a damage roll too if you want, if you like really want to, which is cool.
That's cool. I have some I'm like,
It's
about
okay.
it. That's one of those rules that I'd have to like think
Yeah,
about
it
if I were
doesn't
to
really.
implement.
Yeah, it doesn't really like take away from the game. So I'm like it's okay, right?
Yeah.
But this one is okay. I don't know if okay. Yeah, let me see. They didn't fix mounted combat yet,
Oh, of course.
so the wall is still gonna be suffering.
You know what? Hold on. I might
Yeah.
I think Logan, who's like our DM for Nat 19, I think
Mhm.
he wrote new mounted combat rules because we agreed
Oh,
in Nat
nice.
19 that mounted
it's
combat sucks.
it's so bad.
It's awful.
Wizards getting so much. Yeah, they will be. Yeah, mounted combat it still has not been fixed. I don't know if they say or they promise they will every time, and they just don't. Or
They
something.
also tell us that they're gonna fix the ranger.
Oh my god, dude! Ranger
I-
has been eating shit for like 5 years straight.
Dude, I played a ranger in a Pathfinder. Like we were just doing the beginner box.
Oh, you felt the
Oh my
power
God.
difference?
Oh my god. I was level 1 and I was disgusting.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
so good.
It's 2
Like,
characters.
It's insane.
You get a second character to play with. That's it.
Yeah.
It's actually a good class. And also, Monk is a really good too in the game mode. I don't know if you play with that class, but it's like it's like the most customizable class in the game.
Oh yeah, no. I've played monk once.
Oh yeah,
I really liked
so
it.
good. And I wish we had some of those, but beggars can't be choosers. Let's see, a lot of changes for Barbarian. Try to make them better.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of that. I haven't read fully over them, but I remember y'all were talking about the Berserker the other night.
Oh
Huh?
yes, the Berserker no longer takes exhaustion when they use their Berserk, which is like the main reason you wouldn't want to play Berserker
Mm-hmm.
is because it makes you exhausted, and the new exhaustion is like even not as bad as before. Exhaustion got changed, so it's like
Yeah.
easier, but now Berserker can just like actually play. Berserker was like the higher damaging class, and he, like out of all Berserkers, I mean all barbarians anyway. But now, even more reason to play it. They changed
Because
brutal
I
critical.
love
Sorry, go ahead.
really.
Yeah, they removed it and they changed it to something more consistent. So brutal critical has been replaced by brutal strike, which is like something you can just do.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, now you have more consistent damage, and by foregoing your reckless attack advantage, so you still take the take the debuff of reckless attack, but now you can use it to increase damage instead.
I actually quite like that.
Yeah, it's actually like a good change. Like they made barbarian good, or like better than it was before. I would say barbarian might be like a middle of the road class before.
I already really liked Barbarian. I played one years ago, and I really enjoyed playing it. But there were certain things where I was like, "Oh, this could be better here or there."
Yeah,
But you know,
for sure.
I'm not a game designer, and I'm not going to be like, "Hey, I have ideas to make this better,
Yeah,
DM.
just because
Let
I'm a long term
me
player.
make it better."
Yeah, just because I'm a long term player doesn't mean I'm like a game design expert or nothing.
No, exactly.
Let's see. They gave. Let's see. What do they do? Frenzy is now a damage bonus on hit. Each turns no exhaustion. Yeah, okay. No exhaustion is the one for Berserker. Wild Heart. Let's see. Animal names past level 3 have all been changed. Okay, so now Wild Heart like has a little bit more flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just being like, oh, I just take bear every 5 times in a row. There's like other animals. Oh. Bear now lists non-resistant damage expands to include force, necrotic, and radiant. So now you no longer become god when you choose the bear totem.
Damn it!
They nerfed the bear. You no longer can you only pick bear.
I feel like they're trying to encourage people to pull from other ones.
Yeah.
Which, yeah.
They realize that resistant to all damage is stupid.
Become as God. Thank you.
Yeah. At level 3. Dip into bear level 3 to like, become god. Can't be bear IRL, so you can be bear in D&D. You can be bear in D&D by choosing Circle of the Moon, Druid.
Yeah.
And then
exactly.
be a bear. For real. And then like have
Always
wild
be a
bear
bear.
sex. Do you do the bear sex stuff in Baldur's Gate 3?
Oh, of course I did.
Okay, I was gonna say like that's like the one thing they advertise,
In my current Dirge run, which I'm excited to get back to whenever I get back to Dallas, but I'm like, no, I've done all that ish. I decided I was like, all right, let's go, all of Faerun. Let's party.
Let's go. Dude,
let's go.
It took me way too long to realize that Dirge stood for Dark Urge. I was like, who?
That's fair.
I was like, who is the Dirge? Like, is this like a character's name? Is this like a vampire guy? And then it took me like way too long to figure it out. I'm like, oh, it's a contraction.
Never mind.
It all makes sense now. Why everyone's playing Dirge.
Dark Urge is actually so good. I'm doing a secondary Dark Urge run just on my own. That's so modded.
Is it like you're kind of evil? Like what's the difference between the other characters?
So the Dark Urge was the player character in Baldur's Gate 1 and 2.
Oh, it's an actual person, like in a previous.
So it's but basically there can be multiple Dark Urges. I'm trying to keep it like kind of spoiler free for you because it's so worth it, especially if you don't know. I'm really sad that I knew the secrets of some of the Dirge stuff going in just because Twitter spoiled me. But it's basically you have these like urges to like kill and maim and dismember and like you'll walk around and it's like, I think when you like recruit a Starian, it's like you like imagine his pretty little corpse, like, and it's like, ooh, okay. And if you walk past a dead body, it's like, when was you recall the last time you like stood over a corpse of this kind?
Oh, you're like Dexter.
Kinda. But you're trying to, the whole idea is you're trying to figure out, like, because of the tadpoling, you're like, why do I not remember who I am? And the whole Dark Urge path is you figuring out
Your
what
amnesia.
your deal is. Yeah, you have amnesia and you're trying to figure out what your deal is and why you have this urge to just kill and why it's so rooted in you. And it's like, okay, does it have something to do with the mind flayers, etc.? It's really good.
Interesting.
And I know you wanted to play Baldur's Gate at some point. So
Yeah.
listen, dude, if you want to take a Dark Urge run, let's go. But I do recommend your first path being just like a Tav, which is a tadpole adventurer, which is how Larian. Oh, Feroche, my goodness.
This animal.
So my roommate Don's cat.
Yeah, dude, he went off
screaming. Girl. But yeah, I recommend doing just a tadpole adventurer run, but doing a dirt run is so worth it. So fun.
It's definitely a fun time being a fucked up little shit with other words. Oh, I said that's right, because you can pick like multiple like player characters, right? So you can like have one guy who's like fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did play a little bit of the game, but it was one of those games where like it came out at a time, and then I played it on stream a few times, and then I hit the three episode curse that I have. I don't know if you have the same thing, but I feel like when I play, like, if a playthrough doesn't make it to the third episode, it's done. You know what I mean? If it doesn't make it, after 3, if there's like the breaking point, it's like it will. If it makes 4th, I will keep going forever, and if it doesn't make 4th, it's gone forever.
It depends on the game for me. Yeah, I think for me, like I did my first Baldur's Gate run. Like I dipped my toes into it on stream with Sayu and our friend Brandon, because Brandon's like, I want to be there when y'all first try it, because I love this game. And then I did a full playthrough at the start of the year.
Yeah.
And I beat it right after we started Shadows. I just cranked through. Oh yeah, no, I just kind of no-lifed it for a while on my couch. I have no regrets. It was great. But I recommend doing your first playthrough just by yourself and just experiencing it on your own with no other people. It's just so good. Like,
interesting.
I'm super down to play with you.
Okay.
But, I recommend doing it off stream, at least for the first time.
Yeah, I think that's also part of the reason why it didn't like last, because I played with like a party of people. And so like everyone gets busy, right? It's like the normal, not only the 3 episode curse, it's the DnD curse on top of it. But I remember playing with a few people, and we got to the town with like the druids and the tieflings.
That's where most of them fall off.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, and what happened? I won't lie to you. What happened is I played a barbarian, and I was first down there, and I talked to the guy, one of the druids, and I was like, yeah, there was one option that was like, okay, like insult him. I'm like, okay, I will. And then I insulted the guy, and he's like, are you sure about that? And then I rolled, and it for like, you know, like persuasion or whatever. And then it was a nat 1, and then I used my inspo to re-roll because it was really bad, right? And then it did another nat 1 in a row. So it was 2 nat 1s in a row. And then they were like, you will now face the wrath of the whole druid. And then I had to fight like 7 druids. And then the druids killed every single tiefling.
Oh no!
And then so I killed all of them with my party, obviously, with my friends, and we exited the town. And at the town gate is the last tiefling, which is what's her name? Oh, what's the other like NPC, like the party NPC, tiefling?
Oh, Alfira?
No.
Karlach,
yeah.
Oh, Karlach. Yeah, no, party NPC. Yeah.
Party NPC. So Karlach was the only tiefling left, and she was at the gate. And she said, she looked at me and she said, this is your fault, isn't it? And I'm like, what? And she's like, you killed
No.
all of them. And I said, well, no. And she's like, you're a bitch. And then I got angry. And I was like, where you get off, Karlak? You're a bitch. And then she's like, okay, fight me. And then I two-shot her. And then so Karlak was removed immediately from the campaign, from like the first like hour.
Bro.
In the first hour, I killed like 2 possible party NPCs.
Wait, shit. Oh my fucking god, dude.
Yeah, a lot of people say like they've never seen like the way I play the game. I play the game in a way sometimes like it feels like I'm like playing a different storyline, you know? I think most people don't choose like the really bad options and also don't get as unlucky as me.
I'm such a people pleaser though, so I'm like, no, I'll show you the nice thing. Even when I'm being the Dark Urge, like my chat can attest. Like I have such a hard time being mean. No, oh, I'm sorry.
Dude, it's so good. It's so. I mean, I had a lot of fun playing it too, which is like sad that the thing ended, or like we stopped playing it together. But I might just play one of my own. Where like if you're like down to like commit a long term, we'll play. It was nice though because even though I killed all the NPC party members, I still had my friends, so like we had a party still full. Yeah. Because otherwise, I would literally just have Asterion.
I mean,
it would just be me and Asterion against the world, which isn't terrible, but
it's gonna be a unredeemed world, is what that's.
What's the guy's name? Will, was it?
Will, yeah.
Yeah, I got him killed too.
Like how?
Well, I didn't realize he was gonna like join my party because I played it blind, and I was like, oh, it's a guy, and then I like said something to him, and then he got pissed off, and I killed him.
There was a time I was playing with my buddy Logan. We were just playing offline, and we looted a goblin body. Like when you first meet him, like outside of the Druid Grove, he got mad at us and was temporarily hostile because we looted. There was a bug where if you loot one of the goblins that he killed,
he gets mad at you for stealing.
Before he leaves, he gets mad at you for stealing it because it's clocking it that is not yours to steal, even though that's incorrect. We fought him. So we just knocked him out, and then we stole all of his stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'm gonna steal like his clothes and his rapier and all that. And then we were playing with like Unity off, thankfully. But I was playing a halfling. So when I walked in to go talk to him,
like head was like at the level.
I was about pelvis height, and the way that I was like looking at him, Logan pointed out, he's like, it looks like your character is doing everything they can not to look at what is definitely in their face.
That is so funny.
So fucking funny. It's just the leaf that they use to like hide. It's so funny.
God, if you don't unknowingly insta-kill Asterion in your first run, actually I was about to in that run. I almost killed Asterion too. Well, he jumped me.
Okay,
he jumps me.
Kind of asks for it.
Yeah, and I was like, "Are you sure?" Like my character's like an 8-foot tall like behemoth of a guy, and I'm like, "Are you sure you want to jump me?" He jumps me, and I'm like, "Oh, I will kill you." And then if not for one of my friends who like came in knowing the characters, and she was like, "No, you don't kill him. I want him." And I was like, "Okay, I guess you can live."
Fine.
But yeah, like only character we saved was Asterion until that point because one of my friends wanted to date him.
That's so valid. Though.
Oh God, but that's Baldur's Gate, guys, and that's why I haven't played it since.
No, it's fair.
I like killing everybody. Whenever I play a game, I like killing everybody just to see like how far it'll go. I remember like you guys were talking about like Until Dawn, and I played when I played the Quarry on stream. Oh, dude, those motherfuckers! I don't know if I'm just getting old or what. I get pissed off at kids now.
No, dude, I so get that.
Everything,
and also, the Quarry characters are less likable.
Oh, they're all dicks.
Until Dawn characters. I'm like, I hate all of you, save for Abigail. And like Laura and Max, those are my 3. Yeah. Laura and Max are the ones that get like stuck in like the jail.
Mhm.
And Abby's like the cute little art student. I'm like, she's adorable, and I love her. And then Laura and Max are great. Everyone else, you're so annoying.
Yeah, they're really bad. Uh, yeah, by chances I remember that stream. That stream, what happened was, if somebody says something to piss me off, I would just kill him like the next possible second. Like there's one part of the dock where like these two are talking, like the girl and the guy, and then he gets in the water and he says something like really cringe, and then I'm like, all right, you're dead. You know, like the next instance is like, check the dark corner. I'm like, okay, check the dark corner. You know, nothing bad will happen, and then he dies. I'm like, thank God.
Like, GG, man.
I slowly kill off every member. I killed like the whole enemy, like you know the evil family too in that game. I killed the entire evil family. I killed like all of the player characters, except for like one who like lived until the very end by luck. Because I picked the option I thought would kill him, and he lived.
Like, how?
Yeah, it apparently wasn't. It was the one time where picking the obvious death flag led to his life, which sucked. But basically, only one person survived because I hated all of them. And that's how I play all my games. If a game lets you kill characters, if a character lets you kill all characters, I will. Try to kill Emma, dude. I tried to kill everyone in Until Dawn too. Did you play the remake yet already?
I did. I had some very strong opinions about the music in it, actually.
Oh.
At the end of my playthrough, we're putting them up in episodes because of how I've been doing like pods and streams and stuff like that. We're putting things up in like an episodic fashion. I'm essentially recording YouTube videos while I stream, depending
That's a
on the
smart
game.
way, no?
Yeah, it's working out really well because then it also makes my VODs more digestible for YouTube.
Yeah.
So then we're just kind of doing like a 2-in-1, and I just let my chat know it's like, hey, you're gonna hear me like start and end YouTube videos throughout this, but I'm just recording videos while we game, and it takes no time. I'm like, cool, we've been streaming about this time, it's a good time to edit. Cool, we'll just end it here, blah blah blah. It's super easy.
Yeah.
But with Until Dawn, the soundtrack and the music in the original was so perfectly crafted.
Yeah, I agree.
And it really set the atmosphere. And it's one of the reasons why the original is so scary still. It's not just the graphics, although I will say the low frame rate in the original kind of made the Wendigos scarier to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did a side-by-side comparison at the end of my playthrough. I'm like, huh. The way they're done, like, yeah, graphically they look better, obviously, because it's almost a 10-year difference. But the sound design for them, just the music in general just hit different. And it had a lot. They played with motifs more, and they didn't just throw the overture on and like their main theme and the overture over tense moments. I'm like, no. You guys need to embrace silence more. You need to understand the power of silence and subtlety, which this game lost a lot of, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, for sure. I will say, like, the original Until Dawn was the only reason I even like considered them for a studio to make like horror games. You know what I mean? Like, it was like, oh, I was very impressed with Until Dawn at the time of, and then so I played the other games, and you know, obviously, Dark Pictures was like hit and miss for me.
Yeah, it depends on the game.
And The Quarry was like my least favorite out of all of them, I think. Just because the characters are so like ass. I don't know, like, if it's because they were trying specifically to write like bad like unlikable characters. But like at that point, I'm like, why would I want to keep them alive? You know, if you're gonna write like ass characters, like I'm gonna want to kill them all.
I think a lot of like Supermassive and the writers behind, especially the Dark Pictures, I think they're kind of missing they're misunderstanding what made Until Dawn so good and why it's such a hit. It's like, yes, it is cheesy writing, but it is intentionally cheesy because it is mimicking like 80s horror movies and these certain vibes. They're still they're playing on those tropes. They are still making these characters feel like people and not like tropes, and that's something that I feel like the Dark Pictures anthology has really missed, is that these people just feel like tropes. They don't feel like people to me.
You know what also is missing?
It takes me out of it. Yeah.
Dark Pictures as well as The Quarry, they both miss one very crucial element, and that is not casting Peter Stormare. He is my
Right?
favorite actor of all time.
He's incredible.
It's so funny because his accent is like so striking. I don't know if he does like a training to like keep his accent, but his accent like makes every character he plays. It like whenever
He's so
I
good.
see him, I'm like, oh, wow, dude. The way he talks, I'm like, I can't tell if he's like serious, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it makes the character so fun. Like the therapist in Until Dawn, I couldn't see as anybody else.
No, he's the only one who could do that. Like, have you seen the Castlevania cartoon?
Oh yeah, the anime for the animation
Yeah.
for Netflix.
Yeah, because
He's like
Peter
the ghoul,
Stormare is in
yeah,
that.
he's the ghoul guy that dies.
Yeah,
like,
he's the
like
vampire.
Firebrand or whatever his name is.
Yeah, I can't remember. It's like Godbrand. That's what it was.
Godbrand, yeah.
It was Godbrand, and he was so funny.
Dude, he's the funniest guy, and he only takes roles where he dies. I don't know if you
Oh,
like.
yeah.
He's like, do I die? And like they're like, no, and he's like, okay, I'm not taking it. He's
so
like,
funny.
he's so good.
He's what Sean Bean is unintentionally.
Yeah, it is. He's like weird. It's a weird accent too because it's like Swedish, but like not Swedish.
Yeah, where is he from?
He is. I think he is supposed to be
He is
from
Swedish?
Sweden. Yeah.
Oh.
Peter
Stormare.
Stormare.
Yeah, he's Swedish.
Yeah. Oh, not The Walking Dead. Sorry.
He's 71.
He's
That's
70.
wild.
Yeah, but it's not like a traditional Swedish accent, I don't think.
No. Like, I don't know, like, where. It could be, like, the region he's from, too.
Yeah.
But he has such a unique, like, tone to his voice, like, even without the accent. So, like, it really lends itself to those, like, really interesting characters. And I feel like he played with the Uncanny Valley vibe of Dr. Hill, like
He
in
is-
Until Dawn,
yeah.
so perfect.
He is really like inhuman.
did it.
He's
Yeah.
really inhuman. So you're like, is he a guy? Like, because at one point he's like, what do you think I am? Right? And he's like, oh,
Mhm.
maybe he is like not real, right? But like he talks like he's a real person, and like obviously like with the twist of like who like who is the person going to therapy, you're like, oh, maybe he is real, right? But like he's such an inhuman person. You're like, could this guy really become a therapist? If he was real. It's a good cast. He's like an alien.
Oh, he's so good. No, I love him. I love the whole cast of Until Dawn. Like, I
Yeah.
think it's such a well cast game. I know we were here to talk about D&D, but I'm like,
No.
anyway,
No.
video games.
Yeah, video games. Well, it's whenever I get into a call with somebody, and then we vibe. I'm just like, I want to talk. I want to like catch up with your stuff.
I know. Like, I literally only talk to you like once a week most of the time, so I'm so down.
Wait, I was just like kind of scrolling for Zealot. That's a change. Zealot is the Undying version. They have a lot of new stuff. Warrior of the Gods used to let you get raised for free, but now gives you a pool of D12s that you can just use to heal yourself.
Interesting.
So as a bonus
that's
action, you can
a
just
big
eat.
change.
You can just sip from a cup. It's better than a healing potion.
Oh yeah.
You can just sip heal whenever you want as a bonus action. There's another one down below that I scrolled up to hide it because it was so crazy. Adds bonus to reroll equal to your rage damage. Yeah, so this is a new one. I think it used to say something. It's just a reallocation of the damage. It's not nothing crazy. Let's see. Allows you to reuse the feature by spending. Okay, this is the last one. Rage of the Gods of 14. No longer says Rage Beyond Death. Rage Beyond Death used to say like when you would die, you don't die. Now it grants you flying speed.
Fly speed. That's crazy. That's a huge difference.
You are a flying barbarian.
They fly now. Is what that is.
Yeah, Rage Beyond Death is like if you would die in like you don't die for the turn. If you get healed, you don't die. So it's like if you keep getting healed over and over again, you just like keep living. But now you get so angry, you fly.
That's kind of incredible.
Oh god, that's amazing. So angry you become Superman? Dude, this is gonna be so BS. Only 14th level too. Yeah, fly at 14th level. as a martial.
God,
Because this gives
that's
you room for like
crazy.
a fighter multi-class, like maybe like a rogue multi-class for a bit of extra damage.
Barbarian rogue.
Yeah.
That's what I got going on right now in Nat 19.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it's
Big
spicy.
damage.
Mm-hmm.
Dip into paladin a couple levels. You're something crazy, dude. I mean, martial is this is nice, man. I think buffing martials is the way to go.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Because spellcasters are so strong already. Like you don't need spellcasters don't need anything else. They can just
We're fine.
exist. They can already cast wish. Like, what else do you want? Oh,
You can cast wish. You don't need anything
yeah.
else.
You don't need any. You could just do whatever you want already. Expertise. Oh, you get expertise at level 2 now, so you can like dip faster.
I've seen
Uh,
3-2 Lamau.
yeah, you can now dip 1 level faster out of Bard. You can just take Bard level 2 and then leave.
Song of Rest removed, which
Yep.
that's a big thing that I'm like, I don't know if I like that, but
Mhm.
arm.
That works as a reaction. Nice. Before
Yeah,
counter charm was an
okay.
action, which is like it was so impossible to use. Like when would
Yeah.
you use counter charm? Because like it would need to be before you could know that they're casting a spell.
Yeah, it didn't really make sense as an action. I think I've seen our bard in like one of our campaigns in Nat 19. I think he's used counter charm in like 69 episodes twice.
Yeah, because it's like not worth it compared to a spell. Like it's like
It's
I would
not.
rather
He's
use
like, I
a
could
big
just
spell.
cast slow.
Yeah, and also it's not a counter if it's your action.
Mhm.
Yeah, and now it actually works. You can actually use counter charm. It doesn't take up your action. It's a reaction. You can use it on reaction to a spell that you see them using, so you can actually make it useful.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, the second expertise is level 9 now. Magical Secret is no longer a limited number of spells. Oh, no more Paladin, Ranger, Warlock spells. Magical Secrets only lets you choose from Bard, Cleric, Druid, and Wizard.
Hmm.
I see.
Okay.
No more
I
taking
get that
Eldritch
to a
Blast.
point though.
Yeah, no
I
more
get
taking
that,
Eldritch
though.
Blast. Yeah, I do as well.
That makes sense. It also, especially with Warlock, that's my big one that I'm like, that I understand not taking spells from, because Warlock is so its own beast in so many ways.
Yeah. I will get there as well, but one thing I did see from Warlock early on, because I was reading it from my own sheet, was they changed the way your Eldritch Invocations work. And a lot of them apply to outside of Eldritch Blast.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like Eldritch, what is it, like Agonizing Blast? Like the one that applies applies your modifier to the damage of Eldritch Blast. So it makes your Eldritch Blast an attack, basically.
Oh, that's spicy.
So it's like, because usually spells just do like the damage dice roll, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Agonizing Blast adds your modifier, so it basically is like a range spell, a range attack instead of just like a spell. Now it says apply it to a cantrip,
Oh, shit.
and you can take it multiple times to apply it to different cantrips. So you can have Agonizing Blast across like other cantrips as well, if you would so choose, if you would so like to. Obviously, like for me, I probably wouldn't, but if you don't want to be an Eldritch Blast guy, if you want to be like, I'm like an ice warlock, right? Then you can take like a different ice spell and then take Agonizing Blast for ice instead, or whatever. Like it's more like flexible that way.
Yeah, I feel like, well, especially because warlocks, you can add so much flavor to them.
Yeah, that's like
already,
all
so
fun
I
of
feel like
warlocks,
that
right?
works. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. It's just a stat change for sure, and it's not like a super big change for mechanics, but it is a big change for flavor, I would say, which is nice. Let's see, College of Dance, new College of Dance. I'm not gonna read that yet.
From what I've seen of the College of Dance, I watched Ginny D's video on it. It looks really, really fun, actually, and I quite like.
Oh, actually, let me see. Maybe I will see it.
I'm like, I liked the look of it,
College of
and
Dance.
I really enjoyed the fact that we're getting more like we're branching out in terms of like what a bard can be. Because bards are
Mm.
so much more than just music.
Yeah, they're like, people who perform other like obviously dancing's one of them. People who write,
Which is why I like College of Lore a
yeah,
lot. I was almost a bard coming into the campaign, and then I was like, wait, Jonah's letting me be an inscriptor? Say fucking less. Let's
yeah.
go.
Oh, yeah, like instruments, singing, writing, any like creative field at all, right? Is like
exactly.
Bard's thing. Let's see, dancing, footwork. If you're not wielding any armor or wearing a shield, your base armor class. Oh, adds charisma.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you can be tanky without having other like armor or stuff. That's cool. Bardic damage. Okay, so this is a more offensive one then. Provokes opportunity attacks. So a lot of like ways to move. This is fun, actually. You can use it to move half your speed. You can expend it to increase your initiative. Oh, your allies also get it?
Yeah.
Well, that's really big, actually. That's so good.
That was like one of my favorite things. I'm like, I really like that, actually.
Your whole team gets a bonus initiative. That's really good. Leading evasion. Yeah, it's a lot of like dodge tanking. You're kind of like a dodge tank, so you probably would like lean more into like being a little bit more offensive. You can frontline actually because you have you actually have armor. That's cool actually. Super sick. Which is one bar, yeah, and you get all your dice back on a rest, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Pretty good. For free, charm and frighten creature for free when you cast enchant or illusion spell. Oh, College of Glamour gives you charm or frighten when you cast illusion spells. That's pretty good. Mantle of Inspiration now grants additional temporary HP. Okay, a lot of stuff for College of Lore as well. I think there was a different. It used to be called something else, I think, when it was in the UA before we got College of Lore. Do you know? It was like it used to do psychic damage, like on a hit. It used to be called something else. Oh god. But like it like you'd pop it like an attack and then you'd up. It was basically like a paladin bard because you would use it when you crit. Basically, it's like a smite. But now they changed it, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, they've changed cutting words. That's interesting.
Not only usable on creatures attack rolls. Yeah. Here the skill now works on attack roll. Okay, cool. College of Valor. This is the swords bard.
Mm-hmm.
Right? This is the one that has two swords?
Yeah. Yeah, they're the combat bard.
Also swords. What is the difference between Valor and swords?
Valor bard. College of Swords.
Let's see. I'm going to go back to both. College of Swords. Oh, this is the... College of Swords is the fighter bard.
Yes. Yeah.
College of Valor is like the battle buff bard.
Mm-hmm.
But also gets extra attack as well. They both get extra attack level 6. They're very similar.
Yeah, I've always noticed there's a lot of overlap between Valor bards and sword bards, but...
New Divine Order. Lets you choose between a martial cleric or a caster cleric at level 1, independent of your domain. Oh!
Interesting.
So instead of forcing you to dip into Forge cleric to get heavy armor proficiency, you can just choose to be any of the clerics and get heavy armor at the start.
But I like that.
But it also means you can take a 1-level dip and just get what you want off the bat.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I'm gonna be real. I've started living that life a little bit. I'm like, hey, yo, wait. How can I optimize the fuck out of this? I have a friend who plays with our Something Witty crew.
It's exchange, yeah.
He I think he's like a bard, a fighter, and like one other thing, or it might be a barbarian or something. He had like a really specific build that he was doing. I'm like, dude, I love you so much. I'm also so glad I'm not your DM because I might hate you a little bit.
Oh yeah, for sure. I was going to play this the artificer. I played an artificer for my Curse of Strahd campaign, and I was gonna multi-class into a peace cleric, and my DM was like, "He read this sheet." He's like, "No." He's like, "No," because you will be so strong that I'll have to rebalance the encounters to make like it challenging for you. And in that case, it'll be so swingy. Like if they crit you, like someone is gonna die. You know what I mean? It's like the change that having such a powerful character would make. Because if you do like a artillery artificer, right? You get like the cannon that does like 2d8 temp HP every turn. Every turn you get 2d8 like temp HP for your whole team. Like 1d8 temp HP for your whole team. Plus your modifier. And then you can do peace, which gives you bless as a class feature. And then you can cast bless as your normal cast. And then you just have like, you just give 2d4 to like your whole team every attack they make. It's
nuts.
Yeah, it's physically like it's on average a +4 to every roll. Like you're giving like a +4 magic weapon to your whole team, basically.
Yep.
Which is like
I remember that one.
Yeah, it's not fair at all. And then like if a person takes damage, a friend can teleport to them and like take the damage for them. So everyone gets like Misty Step. You can like take damage. You can like stab yourself and teleport a friend to you. There's a lot of stuff you can do. You can like you can heal your whole team. You can pick up your whole team using a bonus action. It's disgusting, absolutely disgusting multi-class. They didn't think I went through it all.
Fucking filthy.
And my DM was like, "No, shut the fuck up. You're playing something else."
Like, okay, fine.
I'm like, okay. Seer Undead. Oh. New Seer Undead. Wait, hold on. Wait, before that. New Channel Divinity. You now have 4 instead of 3. You now have Divine Spark. Allowing you to heal or damage a creature for 1d8 wisdom, which adds more dice to your level. Oh. It's effectively cure wounds at range as an action. So clerics get a heal even if you don't run any heal spells.
I like that.
I think it makes sense too, right? It's like, how could a cleric not have a heal?
It's like, it doesn't make sense for you to run out of heal entirely.
Mm-hmm. And you have 4 of those on you, so you can heal or deal some damage if you want. Makes sense. Seer Undead, new one for more undead killing. Bless Strikes moved to level 7, so that's not changed really. Let you shoot rather than split by subclass. Oh, I see, okay. It's basically just like the same thing. But some numbers moved around. Divine Intervention. Cast nearly any cleric spell. Yeah, wish light. Wish, but you have to beg your, divine patron.
Yep.
Please, can we have an ice cream?
Please.
Works once per long rest. Okay, cool. Improved Blessed Strikes. New technically. Oh, it's just like moved from a different subclass to the main class now. Yeah, it is. It is just moved from the other subclass.
Looks like it.
A lot of stuff. Life Domain. Oh, Life Domain still being like the super healing class. Flaming Sphere has been replaced with Sea Invisibility. No, my Flaming Sphere. My access to Flaming Sphere. I mean, granted, I just take it out of the class, but, I like to complain.
Same. You can just do a few level dip into Druid and you'll be fine. You'll get over it.
My Flaming Sphere. No.
Not my sphere.
Not my, sphere and then polymorph myself, like wild shape myself and then still have a sphere. Trickery Domain. Oh.
Let's see.
Mirror Image replaced with no more Mirror Image as a domain spell.
Really?
Now you go invisibility. Yeah, I thought so too. Because Trickery is like the trickster class.
Yeah.
So you can have multiple versions of yourself.
Yeah. I like Mirror Image too. Damn.
Yeah, I do as well. It's also better as a defensive spell than invisibility.
Yeah.
Because you get like 3 uses out of it. Blessing of the Trickster, range increase from touch. You can now touch yourself. Cool. What does that do? I don't actually know what it does.
Blessing of the Trickster. I think it gives you a stealth bonus if I remember right. Blessing
and now
the Trickster.
Trickery. Oh, I can't read the old ones now. That's why, yeah, you have to Google it.
Yep. Ooh.
Oh, I see. It gives you advantage on stealth checks.
Yeah.
And you
So
can now
if you don't have Boots of Elvenkind.
You can now touch yourself. Really cool. Invoke duplicity no longer requires you can invoke without concentration.
Okay, that's kind of fire.
Let's go.
I'm a druid. Like I play a druid in one of our Nat 19 campaigns. My life is concentration. So anytime I see no longer requires concentration, I'm like, oh my god, praise be.
You can invoke duplicity without concentration. You can be 2 people. Or 3.
That's great. I love invoke duplicity.
Yeah, same. Trickster's transposition replaces Cloak of Shadows. Oh, you get the thing that Echo Knights have. This is also what Echo Knights can do. So I mean, it makes sense. It's also like, how come Echo Knights get it but I don't? You know?
Yeah.
As the Trickster, I should also get it. It makes more sense. So they just gave it to him. Teleport with your switch places with your illusion.
A friend of mine played an Echo Knight for our Devil May Cry campaign. It was fucking disgusting. And like having that ability to like trade places with his Echo came in so fucking clutch and so fights. It's so good.
Echo Knights are crazy. Echo Knights are insane.
They're busted.
Dude, I read that stuff. I didn't realize this, but Echo Knights, like, it's like a save state, right? You could like take a longbow and then like echo yourself as a longbow guy and then switch weapons and your guy will still be a longbow guy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so insane.
It's like, are you fucking serious? Hell yeah.
Longbow from anywhere, and then you can just like take risk with him. He's like our main scouter too, because he can go in, like use the sight of the echo, and then if he dies, he dies. Like it's just an echo. You can duplicate now. It now grants your allies advantage. What? Hold on. It grants your allies advantage to attack creatures adjacent to the illusion.
Okay.
It's like super flank.
Yeah, like flank plus like that would be really good if you have a rogue in the party too.
Yeah, it gives your rogue something to do. Or you could just dip into Trickster and be a rogue.
Ooh, that's nasty. You can be like don't give me ideas.
Yeah, right? You can be like a rogue with a 2-level dip, or like actually this is 17. So yeah, I guess you couldn't, but it is like pretty late into the game. You could like dip into rogue and be like a level 3 rogue or something like that, and then have this duplicity. Obviously like a super late game thing, like you probably won't never get there. But it is cool. If a party member does do this, then you can have advantage on your hits. And also, it heals them when they disappear.
That's sick.
When the illusion ends, you or a creature of your choice within 5 feet of it regains HP equal to your cleric level. So they gain at least 17. You can actually just move your illusion there, drop it, and then heal your party for 17. Like one of the guys. It's kind of funny. It's
kind of great.
Send out a healing hawk or whatever.
Like, I got you, buddy. Or don't
okay, Ward doesn't have too many things. Divine Favor is replaced by Guiding Bolt. Okay, it makes sense, I guess. Steel Winds. I've never heard of Steel Wind Strike in my life.
Dude, it's such a good spell. I have it.
Xanathar's.
I have it because of a magical weapon that I have, but having Steel Wind Strike as a rogue, I am gross.
Your flourish your weapon used in the casting and then vanish. Okay. Oh, it doesn't consume it. It just needs a weapon. Okay. To strike like the wind. Oh, it teleports behind you. Nothing personnel. Choose up to 5 creatures you see in range. Choose up to 5. Make a ranged melee spell attack against each creature. On hit, they take 60-10.
Yep.
All right, I'm dipping into wizard. All right, just gonna dip into wizard. Don't mind me. It's 5 creatures take 60/10.
Uh-huh.
Is this allowed? Oh, it's level 5. I guess it's okay. Level 5.
Yeah. It's a good ass spell. It's one of my favorites.
Oh, and Arcane Trickster gets it too. You son of a bitch. You fucking.
I'm so curious
harlot.
what you're gonna end up doing with because we're reading all these. I'm like, I feel like knowing you're gonna get some ideas. Phoenix be like, oh, hey Jonah.
Hey Jonah, what if I did the spell, but the trade-off is I have to chant for 10 minutes in call.
He'll do it anyway, though.
Yeah, he'll do it anyway. Wow, that spell is actually good. I've never used this spell. How is that? You know what? You know what's the reason why? It's because level 5 spell, you can also get my favorite level 5 spell, Animate Objects.
Okay, I need you to tell me why that's your favorite spell.
Because it hits 5 billion damage.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
No, I don't think I've never seen this spell in action.
Animate Objects is so fucking stupid. It is the dumbest spell I've ever seen. Okay, it's a long description.
Okay.
So bear with it. But it is also level 5, that's why it overshadowed the other one for me in my mind. Range of 120 feet. Concentration up to 1 minute. Okay? Choose a number of non-magical objects that aren't worn or carried. So you can just be anything, like throw down some caltrops or a couple daggers or whatever.
Yeah.
And you raise them. The number you raise depends on how heavy they are. So, for instance, where is it? Do they not where's the full rule thing? Yeah, here. Okay, here it is. You can make equal to your spell. Oh, they changed it. They nerfed it in the new season. The old one. How do I? Don't do reprinted. Do the old one. Okay, so if you have tiny objects, you can make 10 of them. You can make 10 of them. And they have an AC of 18 plus 8 to hit. They each deal 1d4 plus 4 damage.
God damn.
So you raise 10 daggers, and then they each do this. And they attack at the same time on your bonus action.
That's insane. Okay.
So any character that doesn't have a bonus action economy and doesn't really care about concentrating, you concentrate on this spell, and then as a bonus action, you can use it just to attack anybody you want. And you can split them off, and you can guard doorways. You can do anything you want. They have a 30 speed. Obviously you can do a few bigger ones if you want, but I generally just do maximum or tiny ones because they have a plus 8 to hit. And also they're impossible to hit because they have high AC.
Yeah, that's sick as fuck. Actually,
this spell is this is the one. Every time I hit a high enough level to get a level 5 spell, I'm like, if I'm a wizard, if I'm a sorcerer, if I'm a bard, I'm like, hey, it's Animate Objects time. Yeah, really great spell, and they can move up to 500 feet away from you.
Damn, that's crazy.
So they can hit somebody across the fucking castle.
I'm about it.
Yeah, that's
a wizard again.
That's the reason why. I mean, you don't have to choose between those two. If you're a wizard, you can get both. Wizard Ranger, Eldritch Knight, Rogue. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, this is the reason. Oh man, there's Xanathar. Wow.
You sneaky bitch.
You be printing good spells left and right.
There's a good amount of stuff in Xanathar's guide, if I remember right.
Flies under the radar. Let's see. Wild Shape. Big rework. Now a bonus action for everyone.
I'm pretty sure everyone can wild shape with bonus action now, if I remember
wow,
right.
They realized that everyone played Circle of the Moon only. And so they're changing it. I don't know if you... Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, you go first.
I was going to say, that's been my biggest thing about playing a druid, is I'm like, okay, especially if you roll low on initiative, if you're me and you have a +1 to your initiative bonus, and you're like, yeah, I rolled a
Yeah.
3. I'll see y'all in 2 hours. Which has happened to me before, especially in big fights. I'm like, I guess I'll draw. I'll think for an hour about what I want to do. It's like, okay, it's your turn, Hayden. What do you want to do? It's like, I was gonna wild shape into a bear,
but
that's my turn.
Yeah.
And because I'm a Circle of Spores druid, which is great, and I think we just hit level 10.
I do like
so
that
now
one.
I can. Oh, Circle of Spores is great. I really like it because I think it's at level 10. You can throw your spores up to like 30 feet, and then anyone in that area has to like make a save against like necrotic damage, which is nice. And it's a super powerful class. I quite like it. But if you want to wild shape into any creatures, unless you're Circle of the Moon, you're like, cool. That's my turn, I guess.
That's it.
There's not a whole lot of bonus action stuff you can do, and you're like, Pog. I'll be here. Rawr.
Yeah, I felt that also like watching Crit Roll, the new season. I think Ashley plays a Circle of the like Wildfire, whatever it's called. And that one, I'm like, oh, it sounds kind of cool. And then I watch her play, and I'm like, wow, this class I don't know. It's just like I was seeing all the things that Wildfire Druid gets. I'm like, wow, this class is not that good actually. Like, it sounds so good on paper, and then you play it, and you're like, okay.
Yeah. In concept, it's awesome. But
yeah, for sure.
In practice, it's not the greatest.
I feel bad. I feel bad that she can't do more stuff that other druids could do.
I think that's a big reason. I think she started, not only because character.
Yeah.
That's a big reason she started dipping into rogue, is so that she could do more shit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, valid. Super valid. That's also why I started dipping into barbarian. One, Logan's like, hey, I made a
not for Argentum, sorry.
Oh, not for Argentum.
I was like, holy shit.
No, I love Argentum. I love how they play. Inscriptor's so fun. If they weren't an Inscriptor, definitely would have gone Wizard with them. That would just make a lot of sense with them. But no, I started dipping into barbarian. Logan's like, I made a Dex barbarian. I'm like, give me that shit.
Give it to me
right now, because I'm already disgusting. I need to be more filthy. But because we're going past level 20 that campaign. Is the plan. Because we're already, when we ended campaign 1, we were at level 14. So.
Oh, dude.
But yeah, we're going into epic levels, so I'm excited.
Oh shit! Oh, with the epic boons and whatever, there's like a new. Oh, that's crazy! And plus, you get more like multi-class stuff too, right?
Oh yeah, I'm already multi-class. Let's fucking go! So I get my rogue capstone stuff, and I get to do more barbarian shit, which I'm always about. But like, the more I see situations like you're playing a class that's not really driving with you, the more I run into that. I'm like, yeah, no, multi-classing is definitely a way to kind of help with that situation, especially if you pick a multi-class that complements the one that you're already playing.
I agree with that. I mean, I think it's cool. Multi-class is like the only way, like, you know, you can get some mileage out of playing the game more than once. I feel like after you play, like, you know, every class once, you're like, okay, now it's gotta be multi-class only, basically. I feel like after a while, like, of playing the 5th edition, you can't play like a straight class anymore. You know what I mean? I don't know.
No, exactly. It's once you kind of catch the bug of it and you do a multi-class that just really resonates with you, then you're like, oh no. This might be me forever.
Now I'm dipping into 3 different things. Oh no. For a few of the early game perks. Yeah, I mean, it's also because a lot of games don't go like super high level either. And so like, in order to do more stuff, you do multi-class to get like the upfront a lot of features. Which is also why I feel like I like Pathfinder so far, like, more. It's because you have so many options already. Like, I'm not even thinking about multi-classing because like I'm already like abundance of choice. Let's see, anything cool? Circle of the Moon replaces combat wild shape. Circle forms. Same rules as before. AC set to 13 plus wisdom modifier. Oh, whoa!
That's huge. That's a big improvement.
Wait, you get yeah, dude. Because base ACs are usually 13, so now you have 13 plus wisdom, so you can actually have like a high wisdom, a high AC animal.
That's really nice because I think my AC as my druid is like, I think I have like 12 or 13, and I'm like, ugh. It's like, did that hit? I'm like, what do you think?
Yeah.
Of course it did.
Of course, my AC is like an unarmored, like you fucking like bear in the woods.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm just a dude walking around at this point.
Naked
man.
guy, unarmored naked guy.
Naked guy.
Gain temp HP equal to 3 times your druid level on top of wild shape. Okay.
Okay.
Just infinite HP guy. Whatever. Light
Dude,
work.
if you stack that with no, yeah, if you wild shape and if you think about that in ooh, yeah, no, that's quite good. I like that.
Druid barbarian. Raid, so you take half damage and then switch into
Druid
a bear.
barbarian with spore would be nuts because I think it's 4 times your druid level.
Mm.
So as you like go up in levels, your temp HP is just a whole extra pool.
Yeah.
You're basically a whole second character.
Starry Wisp. There's a cantrip for Moon, a cantrip for Circle of the Moon. That gives you a range attack. While in wild shape. You can cast it while in wild shape.
Oh, that's good. I like that they gave you something that you can cast in wild shape, especially because they are changing wild shape for all druids to be able to just bonus action wild shape, which I think is a much needed rule change in my opinion. But I do like that they are giving more to Circle of the Moon. Be like, hey, we know it's kind of the best one. So they're giving you a good amount here.
Oh, Circle of the Moon has a new one. Instead of being magical attacks, when you attack them, they changed it to either doing normal damage or you could do radiant damage instead.
Okay.
Which is going to be great for campaigns with a lot of undead people. Let's see. Moonlight Step replaces Elemental Wild Shape, which is cool but largely useless. Yeah, I agree. Elemental Wild Shape was not that good. Oh. Moonlight Step lets you teleport a short distance as a bonus action and then gain advantage in next attack roll. Limited uses per day, but you can also spend a spell slot to regain one. Basically, it's like a better Misty Step.
Yeah.
Lunar Form, improved Lunar Radiance, plus 2d8 damage, 1 hit per turn. Not 1 on each of your turns. So it works. Okay. So it's you can do opportunity attacks as well for this. You get it twice per turn if you so choose. Oh, level 14, you can bring someone when you Misty Step. That's cute.
Okay, I like that.
Circle of the Sea. New druid subclass. Druid of the Sea. Circle of the Sea. Let's see. Fog Cloud Gust, okay, yada yada. Wrath of the Sea. You can expend a wild shape to manifest an emanation. What the fuck is an emanation? It's an AoE. It takes the form of an ocean spray. It ends if you dismiss it. You manifest the emanation as a bonus action in your subsequent turn. You can choose another creature you can see in the emanation. The target must make a con save. It's like a water geyser.
Okay.
So you have like another thing you can do as a bonus action, which is an emanation, not a spell. So you can do this while wild shaped. So you can be a bear and then like hit someone with a water geyser.
That's kind of great.
Elemental size of your emanation increases to 10 feet. You gain a swimming speed equal to your speed. Gain a fly speed equal to your speed. Druids can fly level 10.
Let's go.
This druid can fly level 10. Plus you have resistance to cold, lightning, and thunder. Oceanic Gift. Instead of manifesting the wrath of the sea around you, you can manifest it around one willing creature. Creature gains all benefit of the emanation used for spell save DC. Wait. And uses your spell save DC and wisdom modifier for it. Oh, okay, cool, I see. Come on, Twitch. I was still in call, right? But Twitch, like, DC'd me. That's so annoying.
Yeah, you're still in call.
But I'm not live. Hold on.
What?
I was, like, DC'd from stream. Goddamn. Hold on. Hold on.
Hang on.
That's kind of crazy.
That's wild.
Okay, let me do it. Everybody refresh. Cool. Sick. We'll let that load, as it goes. A lot of refresh. Thank you. Appreciate you. Now feats. Fighting styles are now feats, making them more broadly accessible. Fighters get one for free. So now everyone can be a fighting style. Everyone can get a... Hey, good to see you. Welcome in, guys. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Oh, yeah. Everyone can have fighting styles now. So you don't have to take a dip into fighter to get the fighting style. If that was the only reason for it, then you don't have to do it anymore.
Yeah, a lot of people do the 2-level fighter dip.
Yeah, I mean, me too.
Which I can't fault them for at all.
Me too. Action surge.
I can't. You want that action surge, which, you know what? Fucking same, man.
Yep. Oh, but you can no longer cast spells with it.
Okay.
So you can no longer action surge, like fireball, action surge, fireball.
Damn.
Unlucky. But it makes sense.
Well, there go all my plans.
I mean, we don't have to use his rules, it's retroactive too, right? So you're like, oh, I don't like to use that rule. Fuck it.
I'm just being sassy.
I hate this rule. Goodbye.
I don't like it.
They renamed 2 extra attack 2 to 2 extra attacks. Really good.
That's super.
Really good.
2 extra attacks renamed. Thank God.
Thank God.
That's really what was holding the game down.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's what,
If it wasn't for that, I can now play the game finally. I can now be a real player.
Oh, thank God. This will fix us.
Yeah, 100%. 3 extra attacks.
Renamed. Shocking.
Yep. Eventually, second, that's when you miss. Oh! Advantage when you miss. So now you don't, whiff 4 times in a row.
See, you say that?
Yeah.
I have a character with, if I crit, she can attack 5 times per round.
Okay, really cool.
Because she's gross. But when she's run by me, my rolls are ass, dude. I am consistently rolling bad. I'm like, I think it's the dice maker's curse because I make dice. I'm like, here's all the good luck in these dice. To the point where some dungeon masters are like, I'm scared to use your dice against people because whenever I do, I roll really well.
Yeah.
And I almost wiped my party with your dice. I'm like, that's not my fault. You took my good luck. I missed all but 1 attack once with my rogue. My 5 round, my 5
That's
attack
bad.
per round. I was like,
that's bad.
I'm gonna go walk away for a sec, guys.
Yeah.
You know
where to find me.
Uncanny dodge. You know to uncanny dodge if he tries to punch me in the face again. I need to sit down.
Really bad.
It was rough.
Okay, let's see. Know your enemy reworked. Now bonus section tell you a creature's... Oh, they've fixed it, so you can actually use this in combat. Really cool. Oh god, as if... hold on.
Oh no.
Oh no. They've made it better. They did it! You can live out your Battle Master dreams. They've removed the requirement for many maneuvers to require a weapon attack.
Oh my god.
From a melee weapon. So now you can use a ranged weapon or a spell and still be a battle master. Let's go. Let's go.
I like that.
They've done it. They've made the one change that makes Battlemaster cool again. Remarkable athlete from level 7 to level 3. What happened? What was this? What was this class feature that you moved from level 7 to level 3? Hold on. Why did you do that?
I was like, that is quite a jump.
Why did you do that? Hold on. Fighter. Champion.
Champion fighter.
Remarkable athlete. You have advantage on initiative and strength athletic checks. Just all time. Immediately when you score a crit, you move half your speed without provoking opportunity attacks. What? Level 3?
Damn.
And your crits are already improved, right? Level 3. Because you're champion.
Mm-hmm. That's nuts.
That's so funny.
Okay, because they moved additional fighting style down to 7 instead of level 10.
From level 10, so they moved everything down. So you get everything earlier.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. Which I guess if you're doing a champion fighter, like the point is to be like a little gross.
Also, level 10. Thrill of the battle drives you towards victory. During combat, you can give yourself heroic inspiration whenever you start with that one.
Ooh, okay.
Whenever you start your turn with that one.
Oh my god.
Every turn?
That's crazy.
Wait, what? Is this real life? Hold on. If a player character, have inspiration, you can spend it to reroll any dice immediately after rerolling it. So it's advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, I mean, you have to use the new roll, but it's like you use it when you miss, right? So it's essentially advantage. Is this allowed? Sorry, what?
That's like...
You can give yourself advantage whenever you start a turn without it. Every turn you don't have advantage, you just get it. Huh? All right, guys. When my character dies, just a straight fighter, human fighter, human champion fighter, straight up. Yeah.
For Phoenix.
FedEx.
For FedEx now.
Dude, that's crazy.
It's my nickname for Phoenix now. He's just FedEx.
Yep, that's true. That's me. Superior critical, nice. And this is just on any, like, you could be like a ranged champion fighter.
Yeah.
Wait, why would I be Horizon Walker when I could be this? And get improved critical as well. Or just dip into champion fighter for improved critical. I mean, obviously it's like weapons and unarmed strikes, but still good. Damn, that's crazy. Eldritch Knight now gets the full wizard spell list. That's cool.
Okay.
War bond, not the patriotic kind. I can't buy war bonds still. This game sucks. Pick the weapon. Be yours and can't be disarmed without it. Okay, I see. It's basically the same thing as Hexblade, but better.
Yeah, it seems about.
Yep. War magic. Yeah, this is still basically the same, but this works much better than an Eldritch Strike. What? Was rated blue when it consumed your bonus action. Now it's a replacement like Bladesinger has. What? Hold on. What does that fucking mean? Dude, sometimes like I'll read a change. I'm like, what did that mean? Eldritch Knight.
Explain it to me like I'm 2.
Weapon bond, war magic. When you take the attack action, you can replace one of the attacks with the wizard. Is that not the same thing as before? Am I stupid? I feel like that's exactly what it was before.
It feels basically the same.
Yeah, am I dumb? It sounds exactly the same. That's crazy, actually.
All that.
Yeah, you look that up while
I'm gonna look
at monks.
From what I've seen of the monk changes, I'm not really that mad about it.
Yeah, let's see. Bonus action requires you to take the action. Oh, okay, cool. That's pretty sick. You can now bonus action attack before your attack, which is good because sometimes I want a flurry of blows beforehand, or I don't even want to use the attack action. Monk's focus. Oh, they changed it to focus points. They're coming after Pathfinder.
Dude, it's so funny because focus points is what Logan called the points for his Sword Saint class.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, they're coming for us, man.
They're coming for all of us. Patient defense, disengage as a bonus action. Yeah, it's gonna be ooh. Wait. Oh. I thought patient defense does not it used to give people disadvantage when they attack you.
Mm-hmm.
But now you can just disengage.
Yeah, that was one of the things that I saw is like you can use it to disengage.
You can also spend a key point to also dodge. Because before it was just dodge.
Yeah, disengage and so you can get out of there.
Yeah, you can get out and still like be dodging.
That's kind of great. That feels very in line with the monk. Or you can dash and disengage.
Yeah.
That's kind of spicy. I'm not gonna lie, I like that.
Yeah, so if you want to get in and get out, you can dash and disengage, or if you want to get in and like stay kind of in the fight, you can do this instead. That's nice, actually. Once per long rest, you can recover all your FP and heal some of your hit points. Cool. When you roll initiative, that's pretty sick. Wait, deflect attacks. You can now deflect melee.
Mm-hmm. That was a buff that I was like, yo,
that's good.
I really like that. That would actually be really nuts for Sunder.
That's like, really good. Bro,
that would actually be really good.
Stunning strikes. Until his speed is halved. Oh, it's no longer a stun? I thought stun made them not unable to move. Hold on.
Yeah, no, stun, they should have been just, it, like, locks him up. It's
Hold on.
Essentially.
Why is their speed halved? They can't even move anyway. Speed should be set to 0?
Yeah, if they're stunned, they should be 0.
Let me see. Stunning strike. Expend 1 focus point, attempt a stunning strike. The target has a stunned condition until the start of turn. Oh, on a successful save, you still get stunned. Oh, not on a failed save. If they make the save, they're not stunned, but they're slowed. Because before it was like, if they succeed, nothing happens. But now, even if they succeed, they get half movement, and you have advantage on the next hit.
Gotcha.
So it's a straight buff.
That's a really good. Okay, I like that change. I was just very confused. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Then why are you still calling it stunning strike?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Makes more sense.
Mm-hmm. Empowered strikes. Oh, instead of saying like your hits are magical, they say your hits do force damage.
Bypassing most damage resistances or their normal damage type. That's okay.
Yep.
My fists are now magic missile.
Yeah. You are now magic missile. The person.
I am now human magic missile. And
Evasion.
you know, the only thing that can stop that is like if there's a specific brooch. I have it in one of our campaigns. It's a specific brooch. It's like, is the anti-magic missile brooch.
Mm-hmm. Evasion no longer works when you're incapped.
What?
True. You can no longer take 0 damage when you save while incapped. That's amazing. Damn, what a nerf, guys.
Damn.
This one's really cool, though. No period of body, which means you can get disease now.
Lame.
But
let me get drunk.
You can now flurry blows 3 times instead of twice.
Okay.
It's 3 instead of 2 when you hit level 10. So you get an extra hit. When you spend a point to dodge with patient defense, you get 10 hit points as well. When you spend to disengage with Step of the Wind, they can also Step of the Wind with you.
I like that.
So you can take somebody out of a thing, out of like their. You can save a party member from being in melee range by step of the winding into range. So you walk into range and then step of the wind and leave.
That's really good.
Yeah, that's really good.
I like that there's more
Team play.
emphasis. Like, yeah, there's more of an emphasis on team play that I've really enjoyed seeing in the changes.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, self restoration. Okay, this is just the same thing, but at level 10 instead. Tongue of the Sun and Moon. I don't even know what that did. It gone. I mean, it makes
No
sense. It's
idea.
gone because I have no idea what it does. Deflect energy. New. Allows deflect attacks to work against any damage type. You can deflect anything.
Damn. So
You
if
can
someone's
deflect magic.
yeah, that's interesting.
You can deflect psychic damage.
It's like, no,
No, I don't want you to hurt my brain.
respect my no. Get out of here.
Empty body is gone, but superior defense is new. Cost 3 instead of 4, but it doesn't turn you invisible. Okay, I mean, that's fine. That makes sense. I never use this anyway, so.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, body, level 20, body and mind, plus 4 to both dex and wisdom.
Okay.
Plus 8 to your AC. Isn't this plus 8 to armor defense? Am I stupid?
That feels correct.
Does it bypass the cap? It must bypass the cap, right?
I think so.
To a maximum of 25. Whoa!
Whoa!
25 max, you just get, yeah, plus 4 to your... Woo. So you get plus 4 to your AC. Yeah. Very cool. Very nice. I mean, this is a crazy good buff for monks. They need it. Oh, they changed instead of way of, they changed it to warrior of, which I don't like actually.
Yeah, I enjoy the way of blank because it felt like it leaned into like, monks
yeah.
and like the monastic traditions. I liked that more. So
Yeah, I guess technically like there's more monks than just like Taoist monks. So
yeah,
this, I guess they more generalized like any monk could be, because way of is like definitely like Taoist, right?
oh yeah,
But I guess this is fine too. It just doesn't feel as monkey, you know?
mm-hmm. No, I agree.
No longer gives you a cool mask. Okay. Flurry of healing
It's
and
really
harm.
a feature.
Yeah. Shadow Monk was pretty cool too. Darkness costs 1 instead of 2. You see through your own darkness. That's a buff, a slight buff, small. You gain dark vision. Wait, you just get dark vision. Or 60 feet to resistant dark vision range. So if you already had dark vision, you get 60 more feet. That's good.
Yeah, especially if you're playing like
Mhm.
a character with like good dark vision, like a drow warrior of shadow would be kind of
yeah.
nasty.
And you can be
that'd be
like
wild.
a range monk too. You can be like a bow
Mhm.
monk.
Yep.
For elements, completely reimagined elements, basically a new subclass. Oh, what the heck? They
Yeah,
erased 4 elements monk?
they basically made it a whole new thing. I think it might actually be functional now.
Oh, it's worth it now. Energy lasts for 10 minutes. When you make an arm strike, it reaches 10. You have 15-foot reach. You're a 15-foot reach guy? Okay, whatever. I get whatever. Okay. You can cause it to deal your choice of acid, cold, or fire, lightning, or thunder anytime you want. Okay, whatever. Whatever. Okay, you get a cool elemental spell. Level 6. Expend 2 to get a AoE damage. You become a fireball. Or any ball, I guess. Acid, cold, lightning, or thunderball. 3 rolls your march. Yeah, you are literally a fireball by yourself.
Become as fireball.
You become as fireball. At level 11, you get fly.
Okay.
Okay. And this, you get resistance to all the damage types you can do. When you use Step of the Wind, you can increase your speed by 20. Empowered strikes. Okay, you just... this is just good. Okay, cool. Really
Okay,
sick.
great. Glad to see it's usable now.
Glad to see it's not dog shit anymore.
Yeah, 'cause, I remember my friend Cody, they played Wave 4 Elements Monk for their Dragon Heist game, and they did it to prove a point to another one of our players. They got into it, and they were like, "Hey, so can we change it to the buffed version because this actually sucks ass."
This is terrible.
It's actually bad.
Yep. Hey, welcome and good to see you. Let's see. Lay on hands. Bonus action lay on hands.
Okay.
It no longer cures diseases, but it's a bonus action. Which is going to be good. This is good. So now you can attack and
Paladin,
heal.
there's like some good stuff.
You can spellcast level 1 now. That's cool. Weapon mastery, new. Fighting style, same as fighters. Okay. Paladin smite. It is no longer called divine smite. Because sometimes you're an oathbreaker. And so you would no longer be divine. This means a divine smite is now a spell.
Yeah, this is the one that I've seen people having the most kind of back and forth on, is that a divine smite is now a spell. Which I think now means you can't stack your smites, if I'm remembering
because
right.
It is a bonus action. This means the divine smite is not a spell, which comes with some complications to cast as bonus action if you hit it with okay, yada yada. You can now smite while punching, but you can only smite once per turn. And you can't smite on opportunity because it costs a bonus action to use. Which is a nerf.
It's a nerf, but I understand what they mean. Like at the end, it's like it'll prevent paladins from repeatedly smiting in quick succession to burn through encounters in a single turn. Which honestly, as someone who like has played on both sides of being like really fucking gross and then being like more like the support class.
Yeah.
If you're just playing the support and someone's just fucking Beyblading through a room and you're like, I moved 30 feet this round. I helped, and they're just crushing everything. So I super understand like why they would make that change. Like if someone's really attached to that part of paladins, I'm like, I super get it. But I do agree as like in terms of like team play, I think it does add to that, and I'm seeing a lot of that in the sort of design philosophy.
It is much more like, okay, you no longer like paladin fighter, hit stun, and then hit smite 3 times, and then like on their turn they try to leave and then you smite them again. Like it's 4 smites in a row. Kind of insane. Faithful Steed. You now find the seed prepared for free. Wow.
Okay.
That's cool. That means if what's his face takes it, he can also have a horse.
Get on the horse, Ray. I know you can't see where you're going, but
or like a big dog,
up, buddy.
You can get like a giant dog.
The big boofer.
Clifford. Clifford the big red dog.
He doesn't summon a dog. It's just a giant spider.
He hates those. He's I can only summon a spider. Jumps off a cliff.
Yeah, man.
Jumps off a cliff.
Flame Lolth.
Yep. Okay, they removed the status condition stuff from your lay on hands to level 14, which makes sense to me.
Aura of Protection. Let's see.
Which one? Oh, the Aura of Protection. Let me see. Oh, that's different. Oh, it hasn't changed, but Paladin and auras now work by piling more effects on Aura of Protection rather than having a bunch of different auras. Okay. It's the same thing, just easier to explain. Because before it was like Aura of Protection, and then each Paladin had their own aura, whatever.
Yeah, each Paladin had like a different kind. I'm like, okay, I see.
But now they just says like this is what you get on addition to your Aura of Protection. It's like a
makes it a little bit easier to understand. I quite like that.
Oath of Devotion, Sacred Weapon. Oh, you can become a lightsaber user. Mm-hmm. You can now recharge it with level 5. Okay, they've changed all like the god form, level 20 god forms, to use a bonus action instead. So you can transform and attack on the same turn,
Okay.
which is nice. So it makes more sense. Like otherwise you'd like transform and then have to sit there for a turn, which sucks.
Yeah, it's the same philosophy as like wild shape, so I like that.
Mm. Most of these are generally unchanged. Oh, except for this one. No, I mean this was too broken anyway.
Which one? Oath
Oath
of
of
the
Ancients, yeah. Aura of Warding used to say take half damage from spells. So you can see where the
Damn.
problem happens when your aura is 30 feet and everyone within your aura range takes half damage from spells. And then they also make a save against, to take half damage, right, from AoE.
Mm-hmm.
And so like the opponent hits with a fireball, and the fireball does 6 damage.
Oh.
It goes from like 30 down to like nothing, basically. If you have an Oath of Ancients Paladin on your team. So this is just because Oath of Ancients Paladin is too busted.
Mm-hmm.
They had to nerf it.
Yeah. No, it was pretty. it was a pretty spicy class, if I remember.
Although I will say, I don't know. I don't know which one you like better, but generally, I would lean towards like buffing other classes. But
Yeah.
I understand if if buffing too many classes makes it so like the game is too volatile. I can understand that as well.
Yeah, I think that might have been part of the idea, is that it would just make you would have to balance things entirely differently to a certain extent. So I think moving things around makes sense. There are certain changes where I'm like, okay, I don't
Yep.
know, I'll miss that being that, but I understand why you changed it because of XYZ.
Yeah. Let's see. About enmity. Oh, you can change your enmity target now. Finally, it's like a hex,
Mm-hmm.
which
Okay.
is really good because before you use it and they die, and then you're like, okay, shit.
Like, awesome.
That's the major change. Everything else is just like everything else is the same, but they just change the wording basically. Except for this one, which reduces them to 0 movement speed, but Ranger, please. You have a chance.
God.
You have a chance. You have. Please tell me good news. Tell me good news. Favorite enemy, Hunter's Mark, always prepare for free. 2 free castings per long rest. Okay, cool. Skills up to 6 per long rest. Let's see. Many range skills features based on using Hunter's Mark, which means once we again defaulting rated concentrate on Hunter's Mark all the times. Ah. Why can't you just make it so it's a mark for free?
No.
Just make it free.
No, we don't get to have good ranger things, man.
Just make it free. You wizards. You. Man.
They don't know what it always. I've had this conversation with people.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like wizards, they can't agree on what they want the ranger to be. Like no one knows what they want it to be. And it feels like they keep straying further and further from the original idea. I'm like, y'all need to go back to basics. Also, look at what Paizo's done with their ranger.
Yeah.
Take some fucking notes, please, for the love of
how
God.
cool they are. They have like 5 different options. They can do like 2 moves per turn.
Yeah. There's so many things you can do. And also, I'm like, think about like the classic fantasy rangers. Please just pull from that and you'll find where you need to get to.
Yeah, I agree. But also, I will piss because I'm in rage. I will do an animal thing and piss in rage. Be right back.
Oh, there he goes, chat. You're left with me, and I'm sorry about that. I personally think I'm like reading over Ranger because I've read over it before hanging out and doing this stream. It's they have like the barest idea of what they want to do, and they keep missing the mark. It's like they see the mark and they just keep swerving around it, is really how it feels. Let's see. Concentration has been removed from magic weapon. Okay. Feeling that alternating between magic weapon and elemental weapon was actually more effective than using Hunter's Mark. Welcome back.
Thank you. But I don't know if your like pets do this. My cat does this thing where like if you don't feed him on time, he like vomits. Like straight bile.
No. Sometimes. It's more if I don't feed one of my cats Apollo on time, he takes to biting me.
Oh.
Because he's actually a rat. He's just a little rat baby.
Oh, I see. Cats and rats are pretty similar.
Yeah, man.
Dude, my cat looks like a rat.
I don't know what it is about the animals that I pick out, but they are just trash children. They were both the cats that I picked out were found on the street.
Not a single behaved cat amongst them.
No, I don't know what that says about me, but like, Sayu's first cat was Kylo, who's like the sweetest, most gentle boy.
Yeah.
And we have Ryuji, who's our corgi, and he is supersonic bark. You've heard him. He's a whole time.
Yes.
You know, normal, save for maybe a single brain cell going on in there. And then my animals are just trash children.
You tried.
Like I don't know what it is, but I'm like, I think I just attract the strays, maybe. I don't know.
That's crazy.
It's so funny.
They replaced Natural Venture with Deft Explore, Roving, and Tireless. So they replace what you get at level 2 with things you'll get across the class. So they delay what you would have gotten at level 2. Why would you do that? This is a nerf, no?
It's a huge nerf, and also it drives home the point that I'm like, y'all don't know what you're trying to do here. You've lost the thread. I was saying while you were gone, I'm like, it feels like they see what they want to do.
Yeah.
But they keep just dodging around it. And just like, but this though, I'm like, I feel like y'all get very distracted by Ranger. Instead, y'all need to think about the key things that make it good and what the heart of a Ranger would be, and then focus on that.
Do you see the part where they got the D6 to D10 improvement at level 20?
I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, that's so bad.
That's really bad.
Let's see. Anything else? Identical to Tasha's. Cool. Can you believe they made every single class and subclass like core except for Artificer?
I kind of can, because Artificer, while like as a player, I can see it being really fun. I've played in a campaign with an Artificer. I feel like there is some reworking that could happen with Artificer, because depending how you're playing it, they can kind of do everything.
Yeah.
And it makes them feel a little unfocused to me. And also, depending on the table you're playing at, crafting with a class it can slow game down a little bit. So it kind of depends what table you're at for it to feel like really good.
You're right, but also I'm angry.
No, hey, feel how you feel, man. I'm not telling you not to be angry.
Ooh, I'm full of rage.
Grr, anger, anger, grr, as my math teacher used to say.
Yep. Ooh, they improved the Gloomstalker. Instead of doing additional attack, you do 2d6 on hit and applies the wisdom modifier.
Okay. All right.
It's on every hit, and then sometimes per days, you can apply the wisdom modifier onto it as well. So your first attack every turn has a plus 2d6. And then you also can apply wisdom modifier sometimes. This one also changed to when you use Dreadful Strikes, you can make an AoE appear on the ground. It's this new mechanic called Emanating.
Emanating from the target. Okay.
Yeah, well, a lot of new classes have Emanating as a keyword.
Yeah, I've noticed that's kind of a through line.
Yeah. Also, they added the new keyword Bloodied, which is like the old one, but they re-added it. Shadowy dodge. This is good as well. This is a buff. To the same thing. It's a feature, but it can be used now. If the target has the advantage. Or you have advantage on the hit. Hunter. So they made Gloomstalker better. Which is cool. But they made a lot of other ones slightly worse.
Yep.
Like, this is just... Hunter is just worse. Okay, cool.
I'm reading through this, like, even just skimming it, I'm like, this is just objectively worse.
Hunter is just worse. And the other ones didn't get a change? Only 3 of them got a change? What are the other, like, 6 subclasses? What happened?
Where'd they go?
Wait, they nerfed base ranger and then they didn't buff the subclasses.
They didn't do shit.
You assholes.
They made it!
Wizards!
Rangers so much more. Wizards! Figure your shit out!
Wizards! Tasha's tried so hard.
5.19 Ranger coming out in Lyra's Guide to Regia. Anyway.
Yeah.
Because it's actually good.
This is crazy.
Alright, Rogue.
Okay, let's see. They just put in improved cunning strikes. I'll use up to 2 cunning strike effects on the same turn. What is improve? Hold on. Hold on. Rogues do it. I guess they like Rogue a little bit more, huh?
I mean, yeah.
Cunning strike. When you deal sneak attack damage, you can add one of the following effects. Each effect has a die cost, which is the number of sneak attack dice damage you must forgo to add the effect. So instead of doing sneak attack, you can do something else.
Okay.
You can remove a d6 to do additional effects. 1 of 3. You can poison them. On a failed save, they become poisoned for a minute. Trip them. If they're large or smaller, you can make them go prone. Whoa!
Okay.
For the cost of 1d6, you can possibly trip them. Which makes your next attacks do advantage.
I'm not mad about that.
Or withdrawal. Immediately after, you can move half your speed without provoking them. It's disengage.
Okay.
So, a great way to give Rogue some more, options. You do less damage, but you can do more stuff. And then at level 11, you can do 2 of the effects. You can, like, poison them and leave, or you can, like, poison them and then, like, knock them to the ground or something like that. In the same way.
They really do, like, they really said fuck Ranger, but hey, yo, Rogue.
Hey, yo,
you want
Rogue.
To be even more disgusting, bro? Here you go.
Oh, God. Oh, and then, okay. Level 14, they removed Blind Sense, which is okay, because it was okay. But realistically, like, yeah, it's not like as good as the other features. But at level 14, they replaced it with Devious Strikes.
Okay.
Now additional options. For the cost of 2d6, instead of doing 2d6 damage, you can make them... they must succeed on a saving throw, or on the next turn, it can only do 1 of the following. Oh, it makes them slow for the next move.
Okay.
Knockout. Cost 66. You make them go unconscious for a minute. If they fail to save. So you can be like a knockout rogue.
Get 'em, boys.
Get them, boys. And then they can just like hit the ground and then you can all hit them at the same time for like crits.
Mm-hmm.
Obscure. 3d6 cost. They make a dex save or they become blinded. And you choose 2 of these. So, like, you can do, like, 2 of these, or, like, 1 of this, and, like, 1 of the easier ones with the level 11 trait. You can apply 2 different effects.
Okay.
Because these are cunning strike effects.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
Okay, cool. I guess we just all hate Ranger.
We do. Fuck Ranger, I guess.
Oh, they changed Stroke of Luck. Change any D20 test to a 20. Every time you rest, you get 1 guaranteed crit.
Let's fucking go.
We hate Rangers.
We hate Rangers. What I'm hearing here. Fuck.
This one's for you, Arcane Trickster player. Let's see. Magical Ambush. Now requires you to have the invisibility condition, which is at a glance sounds like a huge problem, but... Oh, that's right. The new hide action gives you invisibility. they changed hide to be hard, to be like different and harder, but now it gives you invisibility. So now you can hide and then do magical ambush from there.
Okay.
And then let's see. Level 13, you can trip with your mage hand. But only when you use trip from just cunning strike. Interesting, I see. Assassin. Okay, this is the one.
Yep.
Assassinate. This is the one that will be big.
Yeah, much easier to use and much more consistent.
You have advantage on attack and advantage on initiative rolls, okay? Because before Assassinate was like when you begin the combat, if you have like, if there's surprise or something like that, you deal some extra damage.
Mm-hmm.
During the first round, it just says during the first round, you have advantage. So during the first round, you get some guaranteed sneak attacks. Which is good. This is actually good.
Yeah.
This is actually way better.
Okay.
Let's
no
see.
automatic crits, but you can still get your sneak attack, which.
But like regardless of what happens, you know, like you will have advantage. So you get your sneak attack. Because before it's like if your opponent, if your team doesn't move and helps you get advantage, then you're fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Extra damage when you use poisonous cutting strike. Oh, they changed it to envenom weapons. What the heck?
Venom weapons. Extra poison damage. Poison option with cunning strike. Damage applies whenever the target fails to save. Okay.
Interesting. Yeah, Death Strike is still the same. Okay, they didn't change that. Nice. Soul Knife. They didn't change this either. Never mind. Thief. They've made it better for you to use magical items, sorry. Using all the dials of creature all now replace an attack. Oh, I see. You can no longer use fast hands to throw shit.
Damn.
Which sucks, but whatever. Supreme Sneak. You can now use a cunning strike option and you don't give away your position. So you can be invis still.
That's great.
You can invis and then you can hide and then hit them and then still be hidden. You don't restore restrictions on items. Cool, that's the same. Sorcerer. Have you seen this one?
Mm-mm. I haven't looked at Sorcerer at all.
Has this new thing called Innate Sorcery. You can spend a bonus action and then get +1 to your like spells and DC.
Okay.
So you go into like an enhanced sorcery mode, like in awakened whatever. Let me see, where is it? Yeah, here. Spells to DC of your sorcery spells increased by 1. You have advantage on attack rolls of sorcery spells you cast.
Damn.
For 1 minute. 6 turns. No, yeah, 6 turns.
Yeah, 6 turns, yeah.
Kind of good. Let's see, cost reduce. Oh, these are cost reductions. The sorcerer didn't need this at all, but cool. I like it. Oh, they buff careful spell. So it actually makes sense now. Okay, extended spell now gives you advantage on the saves to maintain concentration. Cool. Heightened spell costs 1 less. Cool.
Token spell, no functional range.
Seeking spell only costs 1. Subtle spell now emits material components if not consumed. Ooh, nice. Twin spell now only works with spells that add more targets. So you can't use twin spell on a thing that doesn't add more targets already.
Look how they massacred my boy.
Yeah, you can no longer twin haste, which sucks.
Lame, because like that was kind of the fun of twin spell in my opinion.
Yeah, to do like double buffs, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's okay. We get innate sorcery. Level 7. spend 2 sorcery points when you use an innate sorcery. Now you can use 2 meta magic effects on the same spell.
Okay.
So you can like
That's not bad.
you can like quicken or like you can do like empowered plus like the range increase or like empowered plus like you can do like a bunch of different ones combinations, which is good.
Okay.
Arcane Apotheosis. When your innate sorcery is running, use meta magic once for free each turn. Cool. We hate rangers.
Hey Ranger, everyone.
Wow.
I gotta step away for half a sec just to
Yeah, no problem.
feed my roomie's cats. I'll be back in a
Nice.
minute.
Nice, no problem. AC is now 10 plus dex plus charisma instead of 10 plus dex. Okay, really good. You can become really tanky, actually. Draconic spells, new. You can now spend 1 source of point for 1 hour of resistance. Dragon Wings no longer free use, but you can get 1 free use per day, then it's 3 source of points to activate again. Okay, cool. Dragon Champion now lets you cast Summon Dragon once for free. What? Wild Magic Sorcery. Wild Magic Surge, and then you decide if you roll the d20 from Wild Magic instead of your DM. Wow, okay. Really good. Warlock. 1 invocation. You get 1 at level 1 instead of 2 at level 2. Maximum increase from 8 to 10. So you get more, but you start with less. Magic Cunning. Perform a 1 hour ritual to recover half your impact magic spell slots once per day. Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, huh? Wait, what? Wait, why? Am I stupid? Wait, huh? Wait, what? Okay. So you no longer get them back on a short rest. Right? Because before I said you get them back on a short rest, you no longer do. I choose not to use these rules. Contact patron. Okay. Rules is written. You can talk to whatever the spell allows. Okay, cool. Mystic Arcanum. You can now retain Arcanum spells. Oh, you can now retrain. I see. This is all your magic spells. Okay, cool. Invocation allows you to cast specific spells once per turn. Using a spell slot which are awful, which are gone. Oh, I see. Okay, cool. Devouring Blade now for blade locks. Cool. Phoenix Vigor, gain of 2 minds. Yada yada. Life Drinker. Yeah, so this is just like a... Yeah, this is just like a buff to Pact of the Blade, basically. Like Hexblade Warlocks. Oh, it's like Hex Warrior now. Wait, you don't even need a Hex Warrior. What the heck, man? Archfey Patron. 3 Archfey spells. Misty Step added. Cool. Misty Escape, Beguiling Defense, Beguiling Attack. Celestial. You can summon Celestial. Level 5 in place of summon Celestial? What the hell? That's crazy. Awaken Mind. Through Shield. Wizard. Change cantrip on a long rest. Whoa, you can change cantrip on a long rest? Ritual Adept. Broken out of the spells. Scholar. Expertise on 1 skill. This makes the wizard feel very scholarly. Expertise in one skill from the wizard's skill list. Okay, cool. Memorize spell. Guessing which spells to prepare has long been the hardest part of playing wizard. Now you can replace the spells on a short rest instead. The X Savant feature was useful only for DMs, allow you to, okay, yada yada. Arcane Ward. Oh, I see. Projected Ward, you can use it on, okay, cool. Diviner, no changes, basically. Evoker. Now grants free evocation spells. Illusion, they've changed the names of the classes. They've changed the names of the classes, that's very cool. Very sick champ. Okay, I understand. Backgrounds. These are all just basically the same. Oh, they changed it from races to species. Asimar, new to the core rulebook. Very cool. Dragonborn.
All right, I have returned.
Welcome back. Basically, everyone gets love except for ranges.
Sounds about right. That's what I expected.
Yep, they changed some things about wizards. Wizards can now change their cantrip on a short rest. Or a long rest.
Oh, okay.
Instead of just on every level.
Yeah, that was like an optional ability you could take from Tasha, if I remember right.
Only wizards can do it. Also, they changed all the names. So, like, instead of being like School of Evocation, you just call them Evokers. You know? Illusionist.
Gotcha.
Instead of like School of Illusions, whatever. They just changed the names to make more sense. Most of the classes are relatively unchanged. Oh, there was one thing for Dragon Sorcerer. Dragon Sorcerer can gets Summon Dragon for free.
Oh, shit.
You can summon Dragon. They've changed races to species.
I remember that. I'm like, that's one that I'm like, I'm about that. I think that's great.
All Dragonborn can now fly.
Oh, shit.
Dwarves, dark vision, have insane dark vision. Elves. Okay, cool. Elves get to be elves. But no longer get weapon proficiency. They added Goliath to core rulebook.
Oh, shit.
It's basically just like Goliath from Mordenkainen's, I think.
I think it's, Monsters of the Multiverse, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I think was Mordenkainen's.
Yeah, Mordenkainen's Multiverse of Monsters, yeah. Because the other one is Vola's Guide to Monsters.
Yeah.
I love that Vola just kind of like exists.
Me too.
In the worst
really
situations,
fun.
like he's always like there, like in trouble whenever you find him.
Yep. It's like, dude.
He's like, I got kidnapped by 50 goblins. I'm like, how did you do that? I don't know. And now they're like, you know, and now I dance for them. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man.
Like, oh my god, dude, get it together.
Yeah. Oh, Orcs lost powerful build? No.
But improves
Dark vision.
220.
I don't care about dark vision. I want powerful build.
Everyone and their mother has dark vision, man.
Yeah.
Don't be cowards. Be blind in the dark. It's fun.
Very cool. The new epic boon system, I see. Origin feats. Oh, I see. It's like some of the feats can be part of your like level 1 origin.
Gotcha. Okay.
Can now load crossbows without a free hand. That's pretty cool. Yeah, they've changed it so before crossbow expert lets you attack with a hand crossbow as a secondary action.
Yeah.
Now they've changed it to two weapon fighting. you have to take 2 feats instead of 1 now. If you want the double hand crossbow build. Well, defensive duelist now applies to all melee attacks until the start of your next turn.
Oh shit!
So you can be like a dual wielding guy, and then you can like use your weapon to add 2 AC for the rest until the start of your next turn. That's really good. Now grant you a separate bonus action from one granted by your... Wait, what? What is this? Sorry. The Nick Mastery allows... I don't know who Nick is. Who's Nick? Oh, probably the new Mastery.
Yeah.
I was like, who's Nick? Why is he capitalized? Hold on, let me welcome in the Raiders real quickly.
Yeah, go for it.
I'll be right back. Hello, Aries Shepherd. Good to see you. Welcome in. Go to sleep. Okay, no problem. Good to see you guys. Raiders, my name is Lizu Shen. Full-time dickbag, part-time, not loser. We're doing a little bit of D&D reading today with our good friend Scylla, who is very cool, VTuber. Nah. I appreciate you, though. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate you. Thank you for dropping by. All the cool stuff. Scylla Aria is who we're with today. Let me quickly just shout them out as well. Aries Shepherd. With 2 S's. Shepherd. Yeah. Is that right? That's right. Fantastic. But yeah, fantastic. Good to see you. Welcome in. Raiders, we're currently reading this stuff. Get comfortable. We're doing a lot of reading. Sick. Durable. Now grants advantage to death saves.
I'm not mad about that.
And lets you spend hit points as a bonus action. So hit dice as a bonus action.
Shit.
So you can just...
You are a beefcake.
You can chew your hit dice in the middle of combat.
Oh, hell yeah.
Grab.
You like to chew dice.
Yep, I love to chew dice. Once turn when you hit with an arm attack, you can deal damage and grapple at the same time instead of picking one. Whoa! There's a reason to choose grappler. You can be a grappler monk. Like that uses unarmed strikes. Mm-hmm. And then you can deal the damage and grapple in the same turn instead of choosing one or the other. And then you have advantage on creatures you grapple. And you can move them at full speed.
Oh, that's huge.
If your
the tag monks are gonna have fun with this one. Oh yeah.
I was gonna say, like, as I was reading this, it gets better and better as you read it.
That's a really good feat. That's actually, because that's been a huge point of contention for a lot of things. It's like, are they grappled? Okay, do you have advantage or not, et cetera, et cetera. That's always a back and forth. So having it part of the grappler feat, that's fun. That makes sense. Well, all right, great weapon master, impress me. Yeah.
No longer increase the penalty to hit, but now only works during the attack action each turn. So now no longer it's not a like must take, but it'll be more consistent at least, and cool. Let's see. Okay, a lot of like rewritten feats to make them better. It seems.
Yeah, it seems like they've improved a lot of this.
Mage Slayer is different now. Reaction attack and advantage on saves have been replaced by the ability to auto succeed on an intelligence, wisdom, charisma saving throw once per short rest. Oh. So if a mage tries to hit you with the save or suck, you just save.
Fuck yeah, though.
And it's not just on spells; it's on all wisdom, intelligence, or charisma saves.
Okay.
So taking Mage Slayer lets you save automatically once per short rest, which is or short or long. Really good. Martial weapon training. This is a new feat. Oh. Is it very descriptive? It's only one sentence.
Yeah, very self-descriptive.
it just gives you martial weapon training, which is just a feat from Paizo Pathfinder, but in this game.
Yeah, because they mentioned under Keen Mind, it's been completely rewritten. Now it's either proficiency or expertise in a knowledge skill, plus the ability to study as a bonus action. Study is used primarily to roll knowledge skills like Arcana, to know things about a subject, much like Pathfinder 2E's recall knowledge. I'm like, yep, I remember that one.
Yep. They nerfed Polearm
Mine's
Master.
one that I've had my eye on for shadows.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
They nerfed Polearm Master.
Oh.
Because it no longer it's an opportunity attack, so you can't use it with Sentinel anymore.
Damn.
Yeah, that's what I said too.
Polearm Master Sentinel is like, mwah, chef's kiss. It's beautiful.
It's also like very flavorful too. It makes sense too, right?
Yeah.
Man. Ooh. These are the new changes. Yeah, this is the changes for DnD 2024. They reprinted the PHP, the player handbook, and they made some changes. A few, but like they're all like kind of similar, but like a little bit different. Sharpshooter. Okay, shield bash only consumes a bonus action, which is huge. Oh, whoa! Shieldmaster crazy buff. Hold on. Shieldmaster used to have this thing, which after you hit with an attack, you can use your bonus to like trip them or shove. Now it's not a bonus.
Oh shit!
Now it just says as part of the attack, you can bash with the shield to make a saving throw. On a failed save, you can either push. I think this is part of like the clarity thing, because before it's as a bonus action you could do it. So people didn't know if you could do it before an attack or not. But now it's just with an attack. So your first attack will just do it. That's really good though. And they still have the other part of the shield. It's still good. A little bit like more clear.
I do appreciate that they've been kind of focusing on clarity in a lot of places.
Yeah.
Because the same questions would come up over and over. So I feel like that's a really good route to take.
Spells will change from 60 feet of range or the doubling spell. Okay, cool. Warcaster. But this is the one that changed before that was like it lets you use spells on your friends. The Warcaster didn't change itself.
Yeah.
But opportunity changed so that you can use Warcaster on your friends.
Nice.
Okay, all the fighting styles just move to feats instead. Protection, got buffed.
All attacks against the creature that you protected. Okay.
Yeah. They nerfed great weapon fighting though. Really 1 and 2, instead of re-rolling the dice, it makes it so it becomes a 3, which is worse than re-rolling it.
That's way worse. That's a little depressing, honestly.
Okay. Throw weapon, okay, yada yada. Epic boons. Optional ward after playing past level 20. Existing boons, boon of combat prowess. Automatic hit now works once per turn rather than once per short rest. What? Okay, enjoy. Enjoy free automatic hits. Enjoy damage. Enjoy. I mean, these are just all crazy, right? Because that's the point.
Yeah, because they're the level 20 stuff. Because if you've made it to level 20, you've earned being disgusting.
Yeah, unfortunately now they acid and alchemist fire replace an attack, so you can't use like thief stuff to like throw in as a bonus.
Lame.
Yeah, it is lame.
Okay.
Firearms are in PHB. But there's
Instead
no gunner
of being
feed.
in a weird spot in the DMG that was hard to find anyway.
Yeah. But gunner is not PHB.
Yeah. I was like, have they explained them any better? Is
Nope.
the question. Of course not.
Nope, not at all. Caltrops. Oh, Caltrops now have a thing. If you fail a save again, you have to fail a save against them, and they make your speed 0.
Oh, that's excellent.
It's actually really good. Yeah.
I've used caltrops once in my D&D career.
I agree. Me too. But now maybe more. Nets are different. Oil is different. Potion of healing is now a bonus action.
Yeah. I remember I think I was watching like it's like an Instagram short or TikTok of them talking about it. They're like, yeah, it was a huge thing. Like we took notes from Baldur's Gate and how a lot of people run it at home, and most everyone uses potion of healing as a bonus action.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think that's a good call, honestly.
Trident got a buff.
Okay.
Really good. What mastery is new to a podcast? Okay, that might be too long for today. Crafting increased spells. Okay. A lot of spells got like changed, but most of them are like just like capitalizing certain letters. I will say like 90% of the changes are just like capitalization changes.
Yeah, adjusting how things are presented.
Cylinders have been changed. Place on ground or in the air, distance, yada yada. Readers who have heard the word clever used in a sentence before have noticed that these places can... okay, I see. Okay, so now you can use cylinders anywhere.
Okay.
Which is good. A lot of like minimal, I mean, this one's big. Animate objects is completely reworked. Instead of 10, you get a number of modifiers. So now you can't go crazy. Now instead of 10d4 plus 4 damage, you can only do 5d4 plus 4. Oh, this is so sad.
What have they done? What have they done to your favorite spell?
Look how they massacred my boy. Yeah. A lot of just like minor changes to like damage increase or like AoE increase. Which I will probably read some other time because I've, realistically.
There's so much.
There's too much to read in one go, and then my brain will melt. But yeah, every spell has like a minor tiny tweak, or like just like, oh, change the title or whatever. No more Chaos Bolt. They changed.
Damn.
They merged Chaos Bolt with Chromatic Orb, which makes sense actually.
Chaos Bolt's so fun.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, they added the bounce mechanic from Chaos Bolt to Chromatic Orb.
Okay.
So now you can just take one instead of both.
Okay.
Power Word Fortified new spell. 120 10 hit points divided among 66 creatures.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna have some fun reading through like the new spells, I think.
Oh, for sure.
That's pretty cool. Oh, okay. Exhaustion is now changed. Grapple is now changed. For like, it makes grapple better. I'm sure like, maybe Juzo will have some fun with that. I think he already has Grappler.
Gonna be a good one.
Doesn't he already have Grappler?
I have no idea. I would have to ask them.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yada yada. Okay, mixing. Yeah, you can still use the old characters still. That's just like they realize that the new rule set is like a lot of changes. Cool. A lot of just like backwards compatibility stuff. Okay. That's it. There's so many changes.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna have to like go back and look at specific things and
yeah.
Like there's a lot of good changes, some that I'm like, okay, weird, but I kinda get it.
Yeah. A lot of like okay changes. Ranger.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Ranger. You got fucked yet again.
They weren't even good.
No.
They weren't even a good class before. And now they're like worse.
Made it worse.
Why must you nerf Ranger every day? Why can't you just make Ranger good?
Ranger?
You could just make Ranger. You own the game. You could just make Ranger good.
That's what I'm saying.
Wizards,
Wizards,
please.
why do you hate it?
Well, ooh. Now you don't have to take variant human for your origin feats.
Okay.
You could now take an origin feat instead of ability score increase.
I kind of like that. That's fun.
Yep, pretty good. But yeah, that's it. That's all the changes. It's long. Shout out to this guy who like went through and documented like everything. Look how long this is.
I know. I'm like,
what's the guy's name? RPG bot Camstra. Tyler Camstra is the guy's name.
Shout out to you, Tyler.
He began playing over 20 years ago, which means he's at least like 35. I'd be surprised if he was. I feel like he'd be at least like 40 by now.
Yeah, somewhere around there, like mid to late 30s, early 40s, somewhere around there. If he started playing
that's him.
Long ago.
That's the guy. He looks pretty young, actually. All things considered.
Yeah. So I'm like mid 30s, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Respect, man. Respect to Tyler for doing this.
It's so much work.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. I have to like, go back and like read more stuff about it as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that should be everything for now. Like an overview at least.
Yeah.
For those who are new or who are here, please go ahead and follow Scylla. Is that your PFP? It's like your little forehead.
What?
Your PFP on my screen is just your little forehead.
My forehead.
Hold on, let me send it to you.
Okay, it might be because of like my.
Here. Oh, it's not Scylla on this. Here. Just like your little forehead peeking out. Is that normal?
Oh yeah, it's this little. I have this little peekaboo Scylla.
Okay. I was like,
it's supposed to be just a little peekaboo. I haven't changed it in the 3 years I've been streaming on there.
Yeah.
So I'll
sense.
change my. Honestly, I should.
Yeah, put your face on it so people can see your face.
No, I thought you were referring to my Discord image. I'm like,
no.
Discord is Argentum, dog.
Yeah. What do you guys think of the changes as a whole? I think they're good. On average. On average, they're good. There are some really bad changes. Like really bad changes.
Yeah.
But I think overall the direction is not a bad direction to take by nerfing Paladin.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
But they did like slightly buff a lot of the mage classes, which they didn't need. I'll be honest, mage did not need help.
No, really.
Magic classes,
it was doing fine.
Spellcasters did not need any help, and they got help anyway. And Ranger needed a lot of help, and they got none. In fact, they got kicked in the shins.
It's like, you get to be here, but we're gonna neglect you even more than we already did.
I think it's crazy because every single other martial got buffs.
Yeah, everything else. I'm like, damn, y'all had a vision, and you knew what you wanted to do.
Yep.
I'm so sorry, Ranger. Sorry that Watsy hates you.
Yep.
Like, at that point, legit, just remove it, y'all.
Y'all.
At that point, just either keep it the same as it was or remove it and call it a fucking day.
I agree.
Goodness.
Well, that's all the changes. I don't know. Are you thinking about using any of these changes for your class?
Maybe.
I mean, your class doesn't have like any changes from that thing, but there's some like that might apply to you.
Yeah, it's honestly like feats that I might look at, like their reworked feats and things like that more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
But like if there's any changes to Inscriptor, it's me looking at like the setting guide from like Nat 19, but I'm like, no, not really. Druid, it's the Druid changes that I might talk to like my DM from Nat 19 about, be like, hey, can I wild shape as a bonus action so I can play the game? Because that's my big thing. I'm like, I just want to play the game, man. That's my thing, is I just want to play.
I just want to be able to play the game and have fun like everybody else.
I think
Grumble.
that's like the one change from like Druid that I might be like, hey,
Yeah.
this. Everything else with like Circle of Spores, I'm pretty happy with. So can I just Wild Shape as a bonus action so then I can still do shit? Great.
Yeah. I remember
'Cause then-
also. Sorry, go ahead. Finish
I
yours.
was gonna say, because then with Circle of Spores, I can pop the like the what is it, fungal body? I can't remember.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, you get your temp HP, you become a BAP druid, and then you can cast a spell, and then you get like extra damage on top of it.
Yeah.
And it's great. So I would like to be able to do that, but I think that's like for characters I'm playing right now, I think that's the main thing that I might snag.
Yeah, it makes sense. Pretty good overall. And I think Grizz was thinking about taking the lay on hands change, so you could like lay on
Yeah, I
hands
think they were
faster.
looking at like the paladin changes, which honestly I think would make sense with
Yeah.
how they play their character. How about you? Are you thinking about taking anything for Phoenix?
Yeah, I might end up taking. I mean, people already know this. The Phoenix is a multi-class. It's a coffee lock.
What?
Everyone knows already.
Huh?
Huh? What?
I had no idea.
Oh, people found out when I cast darkness, and I could see through my darkness with my sorcery points.
Yeah.
Yeah, but some people like are still catching on, you know, in the Discord. They're like, "What?" But yeah, I might take the innate sorcery stuff instead of whatever they also get at level 1. And the new meta magic stuff is pretty cool. It's like something more cheaper, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, just like a buff across the board. Nothing really like changed for Sork. What else? Yeah, I'm not sure. It's hard to say. I like it as it is so far, but I might change a few things.
Yeah, I do like that there's the ability to kind of pick and choose what you want.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's more seeing it now. It's more backwards compatible than it initially seemed. You know,
Yep.
I don't think I'm gonna take everything, but I might pick and choose stuff.
Twin spell changed its wording.
Yeah.
Now it says when you cast a spell such as Charm Person that can be cast at a higher level slot to target additional creature, you can spend 1 point to increase its effectiveness 1. Which means you can. I mean, they did it specifically to kill the question. A lot of people always ask, could you do it with Eldritch Blast? And the answer is no. Now it must be a spell you can cast with a spell slot. So you can't use it on a cantrip.
Yeah, so much I know we said it earlier, but so much is clarity.
Yeah, which is good. I mean, clarity is good for a game that's like, oh, this system is like the easy system, you know? There shouldn't be any like questions.
Yeah. Agreed.
Okay, well, thank you for dropping by, Scylla.
Yeah, thanks for having me,
Big
man. I'll let
preach.
you get back to your stream.
Thank you. Yeah, guys, follow Scylla. Otherwise, I'll kill your kneecaps or something. I don't know. Something violent.
Take their kneecaps.
Yep. All right. Peace out
Have a
for
good
now.
one.
I'll see you next Friday.
I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Yeah, let's go. Okay, so chat, let's see. Let me see if people are still down to play games. I was gonna do a collab afterwards. I'm a little dude. That's a lot of changes. A lot of changes stuff. Let me go ahead and see. Let's see. Hey, good to see you, Beaky. Welcome in. Let's see. Christian, let's see. Still down to play right now? Let's see if Christian wants to play a little bit of Frag Punk. And we'll go from there. My brain fried. Is he dead? Okay, NP. Sorry, bro. Aries stream it's Aries' fault. Okay, well, Aries Shepherd. Aries. You MFer. How's Fragpunk? No, we didn't play it, man. I was gonna play just now, but I was gonna play with somebody, but I will have to postpone for another day. The game looks good though. It looks fun. It looks more fun than Valorant. I'll give you that. Maybe I'll give it a try offline as well. But that's gonna be the stream for today. I appreciate you. We're gonna go ahead and raid out here. Bada bing, bada boom. I don't think Scylla's going live today. F, yeah. I was gonna play with somebody, but then they died. So we're not playing with them. So we're just gonna go ahead and raid outwards here. Who are we raiding today? Good night to you guys as well. Thank you for dropping by. Appreciate you. We're going to go ahead and raid. Who are we raiding? Probably somebody who is looking towards going for partner. Who is not a partner? Cody Vane / raid Cody Vane. They appeared to us from yesterday, and we will go ahead and raid them today. So sending out guys to Cody Vane. Good to see you guys. Appreciate you. We'll be back again, not tomorrow, but the day after, for a little bit of Fear and Hunger again. But we'll see you guys on the flip side, guys. Appreciate you. Thank you for dropping by. See you guys next time. Okay, peace. Peace. Late.